wrote the lyrics. But it's a real excellent guitar work in that.
And if you hear the singer, which I did not
Paul
know
Rogers.
that he was from the band Free, but if you listen to, maybe Katie can find Free All Right Now.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
him. That's the same guy.
Yeah, Paul Rogers.
I never put that together, but now I can hear it in my head.
I was trying to. You're much better at that than I am. I was trying to think. Free. I can't think of a song by Free.
Right now, baby. But
now
that
you
voice,
say
you
that,
can hear it,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have that?
We
in
should.
there,
I bet it's
Katie?
in there. Free all right now.
Okay.
It was just down to the very, very bottom.
Oh.
As I'm trying
Well,
to.
of course it was.
Yeah.
Katie's got a lot going on this morning. It's all right now, Katie.
Everything's good.
All right now.
I
Baby,
just ran.
Classic rock critic Malcolm Dome rated that Bad Company song as their second best song.
what's their first?
Doesn't say.
Oh. You have to guess.
Crank it up.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her.
You can hear it now, huh?
Yeah, and I can also hear the rapey sound of it too.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Maybe she's in need of it.
You have to ruin all right now for me?
Well,
What's your name?
hey, what's your name, baby?
Maybe we can
That's just creepy.
now don't you wait.
He's good though.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good singer.
Before they raise the fucking rate.
Ow! Ow!
He did that a lot in the Bad Company song too.
I never put that together, though.
There he
I
is.
can totally hear it now.
Yeah, and let's see, the drummer.
It's the same drummer.
Yeah, it's the same drummer. You can,
I can't hear that.
I can hear that.
You can hear the same drum. Oh, that's
Yeah.
clearly the same drummer.
Yeah. Well, I can pick out a drummer a mile away.
Can you?
No,
No.
not at all.
At least you're honest.
Really, not at all. Yeah, come on over, baby. Come on over here right now. Ow! Don't you want to go out? It's like the I made this up or talked about this a long time ago. When you go to a party and there's a woo girl there.
Yeah.
Woo! Or a concert.
Do
Woo!
you like the woo
No,
girl?
you-
You
I
stay
just-
away from the
Yeah,
woo girl.
because it generally means she's very drunk.
Nobody's the woo girl sober.
I don't think so. and I also, if I were a woman, I would stay away from the guy who went, ow!
So stay away from the ow guy.
Stay away
and
from
stay
the
away
ow!
from the woo girl.
And stay away from the woo!
Got it.
Woo!
But he takes whatever he wants, and maybe he wants the
He-
woo girl.
well, that's
maybe they're made for each
They
other.
are perfect for each other.
They can go off into the corner, the two of them.
But
and
what happens when you have an ow girl?
that does happen.
Yeah, I guess that does happen.
Yeah.
I'd be wondering. I'd just be wondering about which way she swings.
Well, okay. Well, I'm an ow girl when it comes to concerts and specific songs.
You'll let
dropping.
out now?
I will let out
Oh,
an ow.
I
every
don't
so often.
Like that.
Yeah,
Ow!
kind of.
Well, let me hear.
No,
what-
I'm not. I can't. It's too loud.
Are you ever a woo girl?
No,
She's an owl
I don't
girl.
do the woo girls thing.
Woo!
My woo consists of making fun of things, going woo.
Our
sarcastic woo girl.
Our great friend Crystal was a woo girl, or probably still is a woo girl. I miss her.
Don't you have a Carrie has it.
Yeah, there's a recording
Yeah.
of her going woo.
Nurse Adam says, "Feel Like Making Love" is Bad Company's best song.
Probably.
Dun-dun.
You want to play a little slap of that? Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love. We have time to do that.
Do you feel? Yeah,
We have a minute.
Okay.
we can hear a tiny bit.
which
of
one?
Feel Like Making
Feel
Love.
Like Making
Bad
Love.
Company. For Nurse Adam. Baby, when I think about you, I think about love.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. Darling, I don't live without you and your love.
Here it comes.
If I had
One more little verse, and then it comes. And then it comes.
And then it will be there.
my yesterday,
purity.
Yeah, but then it gets nasty.
Oh,
On the way, feel like making
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Ow! It's
That was
Paul Rogers
some
there.
farting around there.
Sure was. Bad Company. The reason, if you tuned in the middle of that, Mick Ralphs died from
This
Bad
has
Company.
been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
Okay, then. I've shot my voice for the morning.
Uh-oh. You owed yourself into...
Yeah.
too many ows.
Let's take a break, and then we will come back, and check-ins are imminent. You can call us, 877-602-9696. Check in with us. Let us know that you're here, that you're ready to go. Maybe you have a comment about Bad Company or Mott the Hoople or Mick Ralphs, who is survived by his partner, Susie Chavez. They have 2 children. Let's do it. 877-602-9696. Or you can, of course, text us if you prefer, 33986.
Salt Lake Film Society.
That's if I'm going to the movies, that's where I go. Broadway Center Cinemas downtown.
Where I went to see 28 years later.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
and did you get some treats at the
Some
concession
snacks,
stand?
yeah.
They have the best concession stand. Great staff working there. Local donor supported nonprofit cinema. So they show first run movies like 28 years later. They also do special programs like the Summer Showdown. Each week they pit 2 movies against each other, trying to see who gets the most butts in seats. This week it's Bugs Are Here to Kill You, which is a great theme.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's you guessed it, Bill, because I think it was International Bug Day
Yep,
or something.
yep.
Yeah. So this week it's Arachnophobia and Starship Troopers.
Both really good.
Both really good, and maybe you saw them on the big screen a long time ago. Maybe you've never seen them on the big screen. Go. They're both playing Fridays and Saturdays. Join the Salt Lake Film Society Red Carpet Club. Support retrospectives, film festivals, and cinema events like this. Tickets and movie listings available at slfstix.org.
Listen, I got this bag.
What do you got?
Have you noticed this sitting in the corner over
You
here?
about this?
This bag? No. This bag has been sitting in the corner of our studio right there
Yeah.
for months.
What, just on the floor?
Yeah, on the floor.
I have not noticed.
Months.
If it is a snake, it would have bit me.
Now, I know what's in it. And I know why it's in our studio. This is a nice bag.
That looks like an insulated bag.
It's a Land's End brand. I don't know if it's insulated or not. I have not ever opened it, but I know what's in it. So this bag, let me see if it's insulated. Yeah, kind of. No, you know what it's for? It's for beach clothes. It's a beach bag, and
Oh,
it's
so
got
it's
it's lined,
Yeah.
so you could put wet stuff in it if you
Ew.
needed to.
Yeah.
When you're done at the beach or the pool or whatever. Here, you want to see what's in it? I've not looked, but I know what's in it. Here. just look.
Well, who brought this? First of all,
I'll tell you in a second.
How did this appear?
It's a bag full of old leaves.
Why is there a bag of leaves
What is it?
in this studio?
So, because
Because
Dawson brought this, our intern,
okay,
who's not here anymore. Although he's going to work for us here in the next few days.
yeah, there's gonna be some filling in here.
As I recall, we were going to put this little pile of leaves in a corner because Gina was saying one day, I can sleep anywhere. Just give me a little pile of leaves in the corner, and I'll lay down a pile of leaves. And so,
Brought that? Did he tell you he was bringing that in?
yes, and he brought it in, and I don't think I even looked at the leaves. I could tell there were leaves in it, and I put it in the corner, and I thought, oh, that might be a funny. And then the more I thought about it, it just wasn't.
It'd be a mess.
It was not. It was be a mess, and it wouldn't be funny.
Well, we need to give Dawson. That's a nice bag.
I know.
Yeah,
he
he
needs
should-
that bag back.
I know. And I don't know why he didn't come and take it back at some point. Yes, I do, because Dawson is Dawson.
Because he thought someday Bill's going to want to do this.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. I think he just Dawson's a goofball. You know, he just
Yeah.
kind of He just, I mean that in the kindest, nicest way. He's a goofball. I love the
You
guy.
think he forgot
But
about it?
I think he just kind of forgot about it. And his wife didn't nag him about, where's
His
that
wi-
beach bag?
His wife is going to want that. That's a nice bag.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice. It has the appearance of not being used, but I remember he said, he told me he was going to do it. He said, I got all these leaves at my house. Why don't I bring in a bunch of leaves that I've raked up, and then we can, it'll be funny. We can. And I thought, yeah, that'll be funny. But then when he brought them in, I thought, nah, that's not funny.
Dawson texting in. I forgot about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Hi,
so-
Dawson.
I bet you want your bag back, Dawson.
You want your bag back?
We'll give it back to you when you come in next.
And you know when I say you're a goofball, I mean that in the kindest, loving way. I love you, man. But he is goofy. He's kind of spacey sometimes.
I mean, I probably could sleep on a pile of leaves.
I don't recall why exactly the conversation, but it was something like, you know.
I can sleep anywhere.
I think that's what it was. You were saying I could sleep anywhere. I could sleep on a pile of leaves somewhere. And
I
skill.
wish I had that skill.
No?
Curse, whatever it is you want to call it.
you've been quite tired this week.
I'm looking forward to doing nothing this weekend. I mean, absolutely nothing. You know?
I've been having this horrible sleep problem. I've been waking. I get up at 3 normally on
Yeah.
the work week. That's when the alarm goes off. I've been waking up at 2.
That's annoying
God, I
because
hate
that's
that.
because that's too like, oh, do I just want to
Yeah,
get up?
exactly. What do you do?
Like if you wake up at midnight, you're like, oh, I can go back to sleep and I have time. But when you're that close
Yeah.
to the time you're supposed to wake up,
Usually I can go back to sleep a little bit, but it's a restless kind of.
and then do you check the time?
Yes.
Like because you keep thinking, oh, it's
even,
no, and
even
it's
though
only
I
been
know
10
my
minutes.
even
It's
though
only
I
been
know
10
my
minutes.
alarm is going to go
Yeah.
off, I still am checking the clock.
Hate that.
It's been a bad sleep week for me too, and I don't know. know
It's
if it's
daylight saving,
I don't know if
probably.
it's daylight saving related or not. Daylight saving time never used to bother me in the slightest. I just didn't care, you know. it
Even
didn't-
with the time we get up in the morning.
yeah, it never bothered me. But the last couple of years, it's kind of like.
All right.
But Dawson, you have to take the leaves with you too.
Take the whole thing.
You can.
You can get the bag, but I'm keeping the leaves.
20. Oh, there we go.
All right, Alex, up in Ogden. Hang on the line. Alex is there waiting to check in. You can check in too. 877-602-9696 is the phone number. You can also text us at 33986. But let's begin the proceedings officially, shall we?
Celebrate your independence at the Gateway, 7 to 10:30 p.m. July 4th on the Plaza. Live music, DJs, karaoke, yard games, face painting, and more with fireworks at 10 p.m. Get all the information on this free community event at x96.com.
All right, the moon is essentially a new moon. They're saying there's about 1.4% of it visible, but that's really not visible. It's a new moon. We'll have a full moon, the next full moon on July 10th. The moon will set today at 9:01 p.m. Today being Tuesday. It's the 24th day of June in the year of our Lord Jesus. Ow! Jesus Christ, 2025. It's a midsummer, a day that's meant for us to appreciate all the gifts that nature gives us.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it's a National Pralines Day. I used to love pralines when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, there was some store in the area in my neighborhood that sold pralines, and I loved those.
If you go to El Cholo,
What is that?
a Mexican restaurant in Sugar House,
Uh-huh.
they instead of bringing you a mint at the end of your meal, they bring a little bag of pralines. They're delicious.
And it's also International Fairy Day today. So if you have a fairy in your life, or if you'd like to seek out a fairy, this is a good day to do it. This is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Kerry Jackson, who is on sabbatical, he'll be reporting from Japan later on today. It's also me, Bill Allred, Gina Barberi over there, another Lord of Morning Radio. Katie For Short is our fine producer who is running the board and filling in for Kerry Jackson.
She's
Wow.
running the board and running around
Yes.
today.
And let's see, we have helping out in the producer's booth. Let's see, Maya and Dawson. Hi, Dawson. Dawson is in there helping out as well. And I think the dog is probably there.
Vax is ecstatic
There
that
he is.
Dawson is in here.
Look at he's looking at Dawson
there he is.
with just adoring eyes. Hi, Dawson. Hi, Dawson. Will you play my toy? There's my toy. There's my toy. God. All right, let's go.
877-602-9696, or you can text us 33986.
So Alex has been hanging on for a while up in Ogden. Alex, in a windstorm there.
Apparently.
Alex,
There was a windstorm,
Can-
but you guys forgot one crucial thing
what's that?
about concerts.
What?
You have the owl, you have the
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the play some Skinnerd man, or you have the Freebird
Yeah.
yelling person like
Yeah.
myself.
Every show
No
doesn't
matter who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to yell it.
And I think every band should be able to pull out Freebird at a moment's notice, just when that happens.
Encore every
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Do you use a cigarette lighter? You hold up a cigarette lighter and
No, it's your phone now.
it's phones.
Yeah.
No, Bill, I'm old school. I use a torch. I
Oh,
just
good
light
for
up
you.
the torch and
Good, Alex.
wave it around. You know, burn people. Who cares?
Freebird. All right.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Alex.
Thanks,
Freebird.
Alex. See you later. That's a concert.
Perry City listener checking in. Gina's sign off should be stay away from the woo girl. Well, maybe it will be. You have to listen all the way to the end of the show to find out. Mixer driver Shane checking in from Sundance. Good morning, Jocelyn checking in from Sandy. Wish me luck today, trying to get a new car after work. Good luck, Jocelyn.
So I guess he's up there, our mixer driver. Mm-hmm. Is he? He's pouring some cement
They're
up.
probably building stuff
up at
there.
Sundance?
Yeah. Zane of Dallas checking in. I can't get enough of hello, yeah, what? What did handsome Bill Allred have for dinner last night?
You'll find
You're
out.
right, Zane. We are going to be doing hello, yeah, what? Starting at about 7:45. That's our call-in feature where you can call in about whatever you like. Good morning from groundskeeper Bob. A big konnichiwa to Kerry Jackson in Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Let's see, Kate and Sam Pete County. Happy Tuesday. Kilroy was here checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Mishak of Erda checking in. Wahoo Radio from Hell show
Oh, Mikkel in Reno.
is on the phone.
No, just that's just. I just happened to notice a text.
Yeah.
So, from Reno, Nevada, the
Yeah.
biggest little city in the world.
Mishak of Erda checking in. I just said that. Johnny B checking in while pocking up half-ton type S mortar. I don't know what that is, Johnny B. Amy of Florida, I must admit to being a woo girl, both drunk and sober. Oh, you're a good time, Amy. Chris from Dugway says, hey. Liza Brarian checking in. Johnny Hash checking in. Sarcastic Woo would be a good band name. I agree. Bill, I bought some popsicles yesterday. Thanks for influencing me, Ron the Carpenter. More popsicle chat to come.
Ron, did you get? I want to know. Did you get the Paces Astro bars? Pace. I had
The Paces Dairy.
I had one. I had two yesterday. I had a root beer, and then Tiger's Blood.
Somebody says the Radio from Hell band. Gina lead vocalist, Bill the drummer, Carrie on bass, Katie backup vocals, Nick on the keyboards. We just need a lead guitarist. Woohoo! Good morning, Lords. Rye from Orem. April in American Fork. Daniel Jesse here. I muscled my way through an entire Weird Al concert last night while doing battle with a kidney stone. Oh my gosh. Made itself known during the opening act. Immediate trip to the ER after the concert ended. Those are awful.
Yeah, I've never had them, but I talk to people who have, and it's just, and when you see them, like sometimes they'll save them, and they're spiked.
It looks like a
Kinda like-
goat head.
Yeah.
Think about trying to pee a goat head. That's what
Ugh.
they're awful. Troy of Riverton checking
No,
in.
Gina didn't mean the head of an actual goat.
No, those
She
little,
meant those little stickers, those little puncture stickers.
That's what they look like,
I
though.
was just thinking somebody thought
An
what?
actual goat
That-
head. That does sound painful, though. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
let's see. Troy of Riverton checking in. Water main break impacting all tracks lines. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the traffic.
Is there any actual tiger's blood in Tiger's Blood?
No.
I guess I don't know why they call it that then.
It's red. Andrew, the PA here, feel like turning around, getting back into bed with my wife. What about meow girls and boys? Meow. I don't know. Big City SLC checking in.
You saw a lot of furries at the Pride Parade.
Yeah. Calvin from the Dell checking in. Thanks for letting me listen. Batchman Justin checking in. Woodworker Willie, Cindy of Sunset. Cajun Chuck feeling all right now. Cameron and Ogden checking in. Morning. Oh, yeah, Michaela Verino. Bill, you mentioned her. Tristan from the most west of Jordan's making insurance sexy.
No,
My-
you're not. No, you're not.
Mike in Nashville, new phone. Who dis? Mike lost his phone on his trip last week. This reminds me I haven't watched Midsummer in a while. Is that one you rewatch? I didn't know that was a rewatching one.
Which one?
Midsummer, the movie.
Oh, yeah, I'd watch it again.
Brian from the clearest of fields checking in. I heard some live music recently and someone yelled Wonderwall. Jay, the former intern. Mr. and Mrs. Coles of Sunset. Let's see, mixer driver Shane, Concrete Bill, Concrete. Oh, he's mixing Concrete Bill.
Okay.
Tree of the hottest steamy Maine checking in. It's like 100 degrees in Maine.
Oh, it's going to be bad all across the country.
Does anybody have air conditioning in Maine?
Probably not.
More than likely, no.
Good morning, CJ from Drunken Shakespeare checking in. Closing weekend this weekend. We've been selling out. Get tickets now. Well, you should call in
Excellent.
during Hello Yeah What, and that's exactly what Hello Yeah What is for. Do that in about an hour, actually. Jello Salad Annie, also a woo girl. Deseret Jim, Ella the nanny. It looks like everybody is here.
You think?
I think so.
Well, then let's get the hell going.
Traffic, a couple of Infinity members checking in already. Clear on my way from Holiday to Bountiful. I-15 clear, but the idiots are out. Thanks for alerting us to that. Midvale's Rousdower checking in. I-215 northbound to 201 west. Looking fine. Thank you for that. If you see something, you can text us 33986. So that there's a water main break. Expect delays of up to 30 minutes on all tracks lines between Central Point and 9th South due to a water main break at 13th South. A bus bridge is in effect between Central Point and 9th South. No accidents to tell you about, but if you see something, like I said, text it to us 33986.
All right, coming up after these messages, we've got a song, and then it's going to be some big boy news and opinioendo. Then just after that, it's Frank Chris, They're Fine, Just Fine, where we have a list of 4 celebrities. 3 are fine, one is dead.
There you go.
And you have to guess which one is dead.
It's the dead celebrity game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have a prize for that?
Yeah, Radio from Hell chicken bucket.
Oh, no, it doesn't contain actual chicken.
No.
Does contain a Radio from Hell diner style mug, T-shirt, and
Maybe a
maybe
water
one of these
bottle.
water bottles.
Yeah. And something else. I tend to throw in little things.
Let's put a
here and
candy
there.
bar in there.
Candy bar.
Okay.
We could put a candy bar
I
in
still
there.
have some of those moon pies.
You do?
I do.
Okay, put a moon pie
Put a
in
moon
there.
pie in there. All right, that's all coming up after these.
I have a couple of things here. First of all, news bulletin from the Otter Desk. Jonathan has sent us this is a news alert from the Otter Desk. Aggressive otters have returned to the Santa Cruz coast after months of being away. The Santa Cruz otter, known for causing trouble with surfers. They're back. Otter 841 was spotted over the weekend by photographer Mark Woodward. Woodward has been a close watcher of Otter 841, who usually roams the Santa Cruz area. This is a rogue otter. He gained national notoriety last summer for being aggressive to local surfers and evaded capture by wildlife teams. Stay away from Otter 841. He jumps on people's surfboards. He bites at them. He's a rogue otter. So if you're going to Santa Cruz,
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, to surf. And then I had an email from someone who listens to the podcast of the Radio from Hell show
Okay.
and says, I'm usually about a month behind.
Oh, come on. You're not helping.
So you were discussing this story a while ago. You were discussing English muffins and what was good about them or bad about them or what anything, whether you prefer them. And so he sent me this history of the English muffin.
I love an English muffin.
The backstory behind English muffins is fascinating, he says. Let's explore English muffin history.
All right.
And its origins, including who invented them, how they got their name, and the differences between English muffins and crumpets. So who invented the English muffin? Well, you have a British man to thank
Of
for that.
course.
His name was Samuel Bath Thomas, and I think the brand of the Thomas English
Thomas's.
muffins. Yeah, those are
The
the ones.
orange
Yeah,
label.
that's the one people buy a lot still.
Not me.
You prefer another brand of English muffins?
Bailey.
Bailey.
They're in the grocery in the cold case.
Oh.
They're in the cold case. That's where you
In
get those.
1874,
Mighty eggs.
Samuel Bath Thomas immigrated from Plymouth, England to New York and started making thinner, pre-cut crumpets while he worked at a bakery. So essentially they were crumpets, but
So you could put them in a toaster?
by 1880, Thomas had caught the American entrepreneurial spirit. He opened a bakery in New York City and started making these, what he called English muffins, exclusively. He trademarked his interpretation of the crumpet as the English muffin. The first known use of the term English muffin was in 1894. That's when he filed the trademark. So we could go into the differences. English muffins are
Thinner, as you
they're
said.
thinner. They crumpets have more batter to them. They're a little heavier,
They're denser.
denser. But the English muffin, people decided here in America that they preferred the English muffin to the crumpet. The traditional crumpet recipe calls for more milk and baking soda. You only cook crumpets on one side; they're flat. But English muffins are pre-cut, so you can pull them apart easily and put them
Because
in a
Americans
toaster.
are lazy.
Yeah.
Now, the crumpet sounds an awful lot like this new thing that I'm starting to see called puffins,
Oh, I've seen those.
which
yeah.
are pita. It's like pita bread,
Yeah.
and they're thicker than pitas, because pitas
Yeah.
are flat usually.
Yeah.
So they're thicker, but it's kind of a muffin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Puffins.
The traditional English muffin recipe introduces sourdough or yeast, but no milk. English muffins come pre-cut, and after toasting them, you can put your favorite topping or use them to make a breakfast sandwich.
Oh, I like to make a little English muffin and bacon
yeah,
sandwich.
yeah. That's Gina's idea of a sandwich.
How is that not
No,
a breakfast
bread
sandwich?
and bacon.
It's
Nothing
perfectly
else.
reasonable
Bread and
breakfast
meat.
sandwich.
No, bread and meat is. You need an egg. You need.
Yeah.
Yes, you need all that.
You know, Cafe Niche up here, they make their own.
They make their own?
muffins. Yeah,
Really?
they're really good.
Because you need the nooks and crannies for the butter. Kerrygold, got to be.
Kerrygold butter.
Yeah. I'm
That's the
You're a
Irish.
butter snob.
I'm a butter elitist.
Irish butter.
Yep.
Now this story comes from Gold Medal flour, and they make a
Big
wide
Flour. It's from Big Flour.
they make a wide variety of English muffins. The original, light, premium, whole wheat English muffins.
No, don't have a
raisin English muffins.
I used to like a raisin English muffin.
Yeah. So now I want an English muffin. We had some. Actually, and I remember the conversation we had. We had some English muffins in the house for some reason just recently, after we had discussed them, and I toasted up an English muffin and put butter and jam on it, and what?
Oh,
I just might as well just have a piece of toast.
no, like I said, you get the Baileys. They're in the cold case next to the eggs. Delicious English muffin. Got to keep them cold though.
Now we should have a discussion about when you have Indian food. What kind of bread should you have with
Well,
Indian?
naan, right?
Well, there's
Roti.
naan, but there's roti.
Roti is
the
more
difference?
more traditional.
Which I have not ever tried. I talked to Sim Gill about it. He said roti. Oh, you've got to have roti,
It's like your naan, but it's more wheat.
and he says it's easier to make
Yes.
and it's softer. And he said roti is really the way to go. So I'm gonna get into making my own roti sometime.
The Indian place that we go to has roti.
Yeah, I've not had it, so
It's good. It's good.
We do this, and then
And then we get hungry.
I want to get I was looking online about roti, and you can order a roti machine kind of thing from
that seems like
Amazon.
a big commitment when you're not even sure you've ever. You've never had
Oh,
it.
I'm sure I mean, it's bread. I'm sure I'll like it. Although, again, English muffins, I don't need those. But Sim Gill, I would take his word for it. He said roti is the way to go.
It's a different texture.
It's softer, apparently.
It's not, in my opinion, it's not. It's the naan is much softer because it's flour, the white flour, and the roti is more of a wheat. And really, the roti is for picking up your food because
Right.
Indian
Oh.
culture, you're supposed
Yeah.
to eat with your hands.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like
And
a
so the roti is thinner.
delivery
It's
system.
more flexible.
Yeah, it's thinner,
I
and so
see.
you use it to pick up the food. But
So you can get a little piece of chicken. With,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
there's a Royal India down on like 100 South.
Do they have garlic roti? Because I like garlic naan.
They just have roti,
Mm.
just plain old traditional. They have garlic naan. They have all the other different flavors
Yeah.
of naan because they know the white folks will have the naan, but then they just got the regular roti.
And then there's chapati.
Which is
It's another kind of flatbread. Mm-hmm. Papadum. Oh, I've had that. Papadum. And yeah. All right. So I'm going to learn to make roti because apparently it's pretty easy to make.
Yeah, I think it's just like the wheat flour and water, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty.
6:39. It's time for some big boy news and opiniondo, and then just after that, it is Frank Chris. They're fine, just fine, where you can guess which celebrity is dead out of the 4 and could win.
a Radio from Hell chicken bucket. Does
It's-
not contain chicken.
Yeah, 877-602-9696. Call to play Frank Chris.
Frank will not be here today.
Oh,
Frank is he got involved in a poker game
Uh-oh.
with a
That's
bunch of
bad.
other reapers. With the he's
Stakes are high.
So Frank is the reaper of celebrity souls. Let's see, there's a reaper there who is in construction workers only, reaps the souls of construction workers. Then there's one that reaps the souls of doctors, and one that reaps the souls of lawyers.
Okay.
And Frank has gotten involved in a poker game with them, and it's running longer than he expected.
Oh, that happens.
So he's not going to be here
Maybe
this morning.
tomorrow.
Well, maybe.
all right. News right now brought to you by.
Does your company have a process requiring ultra pure water? Trust the certified master water specialists at Water Specialties, Inc. For ultra pure water systems design, installation, maintenance, or sanitation, call the experts at Water Specialties, 801-281-4911, or go to waterspecialties.net.
Well, I don't know if he's really the front runner to be James Bond, or people are just hoping he'll be James Bond, or he's been in talks to be James Bond. But the guy is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I could see it.
I could too.
And he was at a premiere of the movie he's in, the zombie sequel 28 years later, and here he is with his wife, Sam Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, they took each other's names when they got married.
Now, of course, 28 years later, the third installment in Danny Boyle's post-apocalyptic series with 35-year-old Aaron Taylor Johnson stepping into the leading role in it. In the film, he portrays Jamie, a scavenger married to Jodie Comer's character, Isla. However, at the premiere held in London's Odeon Lux, Leicester Square on Wednesday night, the actor only had eyes for his real-life spouse. They are very much in love, apparently. The actor, rumored to be a contender for the role of James Bond, was in a pinstripe waistcoat and trousers paired with a dark shirt. He was accompanied by his radiant 58-year-old wife, who looked stunning in a white dress as she joined him on the red carpet. Aaron and Sam have been happily married since 2012, having met on the set of her film. She's a director, Nowhere Boy, a biopic about John Lennon. The casting for the film began in September of 2008, and the couple started dating shortly after wrapping up that project. They exchanged vows in 2012, expanded their family with the birth of 2 daughters, born in 2010 and 2012. In addition to being a father, Aaron is also stepfather to 2 more daughters that Sam shares with her ex-husband, art dealer Jay Jopling, aged 61. So it's a happy family, and they look very much in love, and good for them.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. He's good in the movie. Well, I won't say anything about him. I won't say anything about
no
his character.
spoilers.
All right, let's move on from that tasty morsel to something very, very much, something that you'll want to spit out. U.S. President Donald Trump
Boy.
on Tuesday said that a ceasefire was in effect.
Well,
Soon after Iran state-linked media announced Tehran had fired its last round of missiles at Israel. The ceasefire is now in effect. Please do not violate it, Trump said in a post on
Okay.
Truth Social. A spate of questions linger over the viability of a ceasefire, Iran and Israel's participation, the potential resumption of nuclear talks between the West and Tehran, and the ultimate fate of Iran's supplies of enriched uranium. The ceasefire announcement came after an apparent intensification of hostilities with Iran on Monday, carrying out retaliatory missile strikes at the U.S. At a U.S. base in Qatar. You know, what's interesting about that attack? So we have a missile base in Qatar, and there are a lot of U.S. Servicemen
Troops
there.
Yeah.
Well, Iran alerted everybody. We're going to fire a missile into that base in Qatar, and we're going to do it in X number of hours.
You should probably leave.
So everybody, so it's like saying, we're going to do a little damage. We don't want to hurt anybody. We just want you to know that we can do this.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And I think that's fascinating. In a way, they're saying, we don't want to hurt anybody. We're going to do this now. Let's put an end to it.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to signify. Within hours of the declaration, Israel accused Iran of violating the ceasefire with further missile strikes, which Tehran said, no, we didn't. That was it. We only did that one. European stocks opened higher on Tuesday on optimism that Iran's retaliation for U.S. bombings of its nuclear facilities would be limited to the missile attack. Oil prices fell amid dwindling concerns that Iran could proceed with closing the Strait of Hormuz. That will not happen.
It would hurt them.
The Strait of Hormuz, by the way, has never been closed. Even when there was a huge conflict in the Middle East and a lot of ships were being shot at, they still didn't close it. Satellite pictures now taken after the United States military attempted to destroy Iran's nuclear facilities show significant damage to Tehran's nuclear sites, but not necessarily to the extent claimed by Donald Trump. The images indicate damage on the ground, including new craters, holes on mountain ridges, collapsed tunnels, but did not provide definitive proof that the heavily fortified underground facilities were breached.
And there's some thought that some of the enriched uranium was moved before
400 tons of it or something like that.
Where is it? We don't know.
Now, Trump had boasted that the nuclear facilities were completely and totally obliterated.
No.
The biggest damage took place far below ground level. Bullseye. Trump has this problem with
hyperbole.
Saying there is photographic evidence of something, and then he will say exactly the opposite. We had the biggest crowds for any inauguration ever. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Now we move on to the University of Utah student who was held for weeks in a Colorado immigration detention facility before she was released on Friday. She has issued a statement. She says, "The past 15 days have been the hardest of my life.
I'm sure.
I was scared and felt alone. I was placed in a system that treated me like I didn't matter." I read the statement from Caroline Diaz-Goncalves.
You weren't alone. We were all thinking about you. Maybe she didn't know how much people were talking about it while she was in there.
Goncalves was arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs on June 5th, taken to an ICE facility in Aurora, Colorado. As reported by KSL-TV, police in Mesa County issued Diaz-Goncalves a warning for following too closely behind a truck, a semi. After that, Diaz-Goncalves was stopped again by ICE and taken into custody. She is a nursing student at the University of Utah. She got to Utah 12 years ago when she was brought to the state by her family. Her lawyer said she is legally seeking asylum in the United States.
And she's going to school to be a nurse. This is a good person. This is not someone that needs to be harassed.
In her statement, she thanked her friends and family and lawmakers who she said stood up for her, and the organization she said helped her during her detention, including the Dream U.S. and Casa de Paz. She called out for attention to other detainees she said she met while she was held by ICE. She said, I met several other people who were being held illegally, and it's just horrible. So this guy, Arturo Gamboa, the guy with the AR-15 protesting.
The No Kings protest.
Yeah, at the No Kings protest. There's a picture of him in the Tribune today. He's at the head of a march with a mask on, carrying an AR-15. not the No Kings March, a previous march. He's a 24-year-old punk rock drummer who deeply cares about his community, his friends say. He also likes guns, and at least a dozen times he's brought one to a protest. That's according to his longtime friend and roommate who spoke with the Tribune about Gamboa. When Mr. Gamboa did bring his guns to protest, an AR-15 style rifle, he never aimed it at anyone, his friend said. He never indicated he might use it. No one ever fired on him thinking he was about to, the friend said. Not until the No Kings March in downtown Salt Lake earlier this month. So what changed between those earlier demonstrations, dating back to at least 2020? So he's been doing this for a while. This one, where Mr. Gamboa was arrested on suspicion of murder after a protest volunteer opened fire on him, injuring Gamboa and killing an innocent bystander, Arthur Afa-Folasa Alu, in the process. What changed? Nothing, according to Gamboa's friend, Andy. He fears, he said his friend, I feel like the safety volunteers failed to de-escalate the situation, or at least get a read on what the situation was. I think there was just this notion of like, this is a tall dude. We can't see his face and he's got a gun. We should probably handle this. But he said, I think they acted too quickly and it resulted in a very horrible tragedy unfolding. They
This is
made
why
a fatal
being
mistake.
able to carry guns like that in public is dangerous.
Attorney representing the volunteer peacekeeper who allegedly shot and killed bystander Arthur Afa-Alu during a protest, said he praised his client for preventing what he claims could have been the loss of more lives. Mr. Alu was participating in the No Kings protest when he was hit by the stray bullet filed by this peacekeeper for the Salt Lake City branch of the 5051 organization. That man, whose name has not yet been released, was allegedly shooting at Arturo Gamboa. According to the initial report from police, the peacekeeper claimed Gamboa was running toward the crowd with his AR-15 pointed at them.
There is
That has
video.
been disputed
Yeah.
by from videos at the scene. Do not indicate that he was doing that at all.
And apparently his gun was not loaded.
One round hit Mr. Gamboa. Well, you don't know that, but I mean, you can't tell
It's
if
in
a gun's,
that article.
No, yeah, but you can't tell. I'm just saying you can't tell if a gun is loaded or unloaded just by looking at it.
No.
One round hit Gamboa. The other one, another round, killed Mr. Alu. But this lawyer says the man's attorney, Philip Wormdahl, sent a statement on Monday acknowledging that what happened at the protest was a tragedy, and even one life lost is too many. So there is a couple of things he's stating the obvious. Due to the brave acts and the events of this volunteer peacekeeping team, the loss of life was limited to one person.
Limited to one person.
Yeah, he said more people could have been killed.
Well,
He's indicating that Gamboa was going to,
Right.
do something.
and that's the problem. This peacekeeper really did think, I assume,
Sure.
that they were
Sure.
saving lives. And this is why I blame the legislature for all of this.
Yep.
At a protest, you know who should be armed? The
police.
police. That's it.
And me.
And Bill.
Yeah, and me.
You're responsible. You're a good guy
responsible.
with a gun,
Yeah,
Bill.
I'm a good guy with a gun. Let's see. We've got a little more time here.
One more story.
One more. Let's see. How about? Oh, this. So you saw the movie The Thing, right?
Sure. Which one?
Yeah.
Well, the original and John Carpenter's
Yes.
The Thing. Scientists are trying to solve a decade-long mystery by determining the identity of anomalous signals detected from below the ice in Antarctica.
Oh yeah, that's
Strange radio waves
There we
emerging
go.
during a search for another unusual phenomenon. High-energy cosmic particles known as neutrinos arriving at Earth from the far reaches of the cosmos. Neutrinos are often called ghostly because they're extremely volatile or vaporous, and they can go through any kind of matter without changing. Over the past
that's
decade,
weird. Really?
yeah. Over the past decade, researchers have conducted multiple experiments using vast expanses of water and ice that are designed to search for neutrinos, which could shed light on mysterious cosmic rays, the most highly energetic particles in the universe. One of these projects was NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, or ANITA, experiment, which flew balloons carrying instruments above Antarctica between 2006 and 2016. It was during this hunt that ANITA picked up radio waves that didn't seem to be neutrinos, and they were coming from below the ice.
Uh-oh.
They don't, and they're still there. They don't know what they are or where they're coming from.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah,
It's either that or it's Alien.
Yeah, I was
deep in the Arctic ice. There's something down there that's sending out signals.
Great.
Don't dig it up.
Great.
Don't drill into the ice to find out what it is. Don't disturb it.
We got enough problems.
We really do.
All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
While Utah gained a professional hockey team last year in the Mammoth, the state may lose one in the Grizzlies. The ECHL organization announced on Sunday it's begun exploring the potential sale of the team, which could result in a future relocation. The Grizzlies will play the 2025-26 season with full commitment from players, coaches, and staff. After that, though, plans are unclear. No official sale has been completed yet, nor has relocation been finalized. Both decisions need approval, but it's not surprising. Probably they will move to a town that does not have an NHL team. That's your sports. Weather. So we're gradually warming up, but today still should be really nice and a little cool for this time of year. 83 for a high. It's 63 right now. 86 tomorrow, and then we bump back up into the 90s, even close to 100 by the weekend. Traffic, there was that water main break earlier that was disrupting your TRAX service. Let me see if we have an update on that. Continue to expect delays of up to 30 minutes on all lines between Central Point to 9th South due to construction at 13th South. A bus bridge still in effect between Central Point and 9th South. We have, let's see, that's it. No accidents being reported by UDOT, and you haven't reported any Infiniteam. That's all of you out there telling us what you're seeing on the roads via text at 33986.
It's time for Frank Chris Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine.
We have the music, but
our-
not the Reaper today.
It's our Dead Celebrity game, and I just heard from Frank. He's still in that poker game with these other Reapers. He's playing poker with, now Frank is the Reaper of celebrity souls. He's playing with a Reaper who specializes in reaping the souls of construction workers, and then one Reaper who reaps the souls of physicians, and one who reaps the souls of lawyers. And Frank suspects that the lawyer Reaper is cheating.
It's always
Of
the
course,
lawyer Reaper.
yeah.
that's cheating.
So, but he's staying in the poker game, and so I'll fill in for Frank today. Do we have a contestant?
We do. We have Joseph.
Joseph, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Yes, Joseph.
That's good to hear, Joseph.
Good to hear. Joseph, this is kind of a macabre game. We ask you to select the dead celebrity out of the list of 4. And if you do select the right one, you'll win a prize, which is what again?
A Radio from Hell chicken bucket does not contain chicken, but does contain a diner-style mug, a T-shirt, maybe a Radio from Hell X96 water bottle, and
a moon pie.
A moon pie. How about that?
All right. Sound okay, Robert?
Sweet.
Yeah, okay. Now, listen, Robert, because it's International Fairy Day, Frank has given me a list of actors in movies with fairies in them. Select the dead celebrity, and you will win the chicken bucket. Number 1, Stephen Merchant. He was the co-writer and co-director of the British TV comedy series The Office, and co-writer, co-director, and co-star of Extras and Life's Too Short. He won several awards, including a Peabody Award, 2 Golden Globes, 3 BAFTAs, and a Primetime Emmy, and 4 British Comedy Awards. He had a major role in the movie The Tooth Fairy. Number 1, Stephen Merchant. Number 2 is Robert Pastorelli. He was best known as Eldon on Murphy Brown and Johnny C. in Eraser. He was also in Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. He had a career-defining performance playing a demented serial killer in the murder mystery thriller Striking Distance. He was in A Simple Wish, about a male fairy godmother, played by Martin Short, if I remember correctly. Number 2, Robert Pastorelli. Number 3, Martha Reeves, best known for being the lead singer of the Motown group Martha and the Vandellas. Scored dozens of hit singles, including Come and Get These Memories, Nowhere to Run, Heat Wave, Jimmy Mack, and their signature Dancing in the Street. Later in her career, she started doing some acting, and she was in the movie Fairy Tales. Number 3, Martha Reeves. Finally, Mia Sara. She started in the soap opera All My Children. She was known for starring in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She then led the miniseries Queenie and won a Saturn Award for starring in the film Time Cop. She appeared in a movie with Tom Cruise, Legend, which featured unicorns, demons, and various fairy-like creatures. Number 4 is Mia Sara. So which one is dead, Joseph?
I'm going to guess Robert Pastorelli.
Yeah, you're right.
Good
Robert
guess,
Pastorelli.
because he's not the oldest one.
Yeah,
there.
no, he died really young in 2004. He was 49 years old. Because you knew that Robert Pastorelli is pushing up daisies, you get a prize, Joseph. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hang on the line. We'll get some information from you. Let's see. If Frank ever finishes that poker game, he's probably going to go check on Mick Fleetwood, Fleetwood Mac drummer's birthday today. He's 78.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go. Mindy Kaling's 46. Oh, well, she's fine.
You think?
Fine. Yeah.
Martha Reeves is 84. So.
We'll check on her, too. Okay, well, maybe Frank will be back tomorrow.
We'll see.
We have to see day to day what's happening there. Traffic still dealing with that water main break. Continue to expect delays of up to 30 minutes on all lines of tracks between Center Point and 9th South due to construction at 13th South. Bus bridge in effect between Central Point and 9th South. We also have a report of a crash, I-84 westbound between Morgan and Enterprise. That's the only accident being reported. And that's coming to us from UDOT. Infiniteam's not reporting anything, but you can let us know what you're seeing on the roads at 33986. Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrate the new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
All right, coming up after these messages, we'll have a special guest joining us, or at least should, and I have some pictures and audio. So it'll
Does
be
all that work? So go to x96.com/live.
Yes.
For all of that.
Video is up.
Don't you want to say who the special guest
Do
is?
you want to say who the special
Yeah.
guest is?
Well, of course.
Well, Carrie.
It's Carrie
Jackson, of course. All right, coming up after these messages, Stockton 12 Honda.
Yes, Stockton 12 Honda, 25 plus years in business. Stockton 12 Honda, your neighborhood Honda dealer. So Stockton 12 is the most trusted name in Honda vehicles in the valley, and I've bought several cars from them, and I will continue to buy cars from Stockton 12 Honda, your neighborhood Honda dealer. From the moment you step in the door at Stockton 12 Honda, you'll notice a difference from other dealerships. People are upbeat and really happy to be where they're working. They like what they do, and they're very helpful to help you find exactly the car you need. I'd suggest checking out the new CR-V hybrid model. It's really nice, and one that I have my eye on. Stop into the dealership, or you can search their inventory online at Stockton, 12Honda.com. Stockton 12 Honda, they're in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. You take the 106 South exit off I-15, and then you go a little bit further south toward the Costco, and there it is, Stockton 12 Honda.
And I assume everything went well, Gina?
Yeah, I had this. My doctor told. Well, we back up. I've been
All right.
having high blood pressure. Like, which is weird for me. I don't usually have that.
You
And
usually don't have any blood pressure at all.
It's true. I'm usually very slow pulse and low blood pressure. So we're in the investigation portion of trying to find out what's causing that. And yesterday she sent me a message saying, I need you to come in for an 8 a.m. blood test. And yes, it has to be at 8 a.m. And I'm like, she's like, I know you work, but it has to be at 8
It
a.m.
was for the doctor's convenience, I'm sure.
So I'm confused. So I go to her office this morning and I asked the nurse, why this 8 a.m. blood test? And she said it's an 8 a.m. cortisol test. And yes, it has to be done first thing in the morning because that's the time of day when the numbers are most likely to be high.
But that's a time of day for normal people.
Exactly.
We're up at 3.
Exactly. But the lab is not. So
Well,
the
so-
lab opens at 8.
So the results of your test that are are very important to your health,
Yeah.
Dubious at best.
Are
So
strictly at the whims of when the lab opens.
And I've had so much blood taken the last 2 weeks. And the nice lady that takes the blood, it's always from the same spot.
Why?
And,
Why don't you don't have to do that?
well, it's just the way her room's set up. It's the
No,
chair.
no,
and the,
no, God. Gina. Oh, that's just the way her room
Well,
is set up.
that's where the table is.
Nonsense.
But she uses this this tape like afterwards
Yeah.
to put like a cotton ball there,
Uh-huh.
and so I have ripped this tape off the same part of my arm like 3 times in the last week.
Gina, no.
I think I'm
say
It hurt.
you say I need it to be in another spot. You don't have
Can
to
you
do
not
that.
use the icky tape?
Good God! Most phlebotomists play. They have those chairs that the thing flips and they can do it from either side.
Yeah,
and
it just-
so if she's just got a table set up, you can turn your chair around.
It's the way it
And
was.
it shouldn't be the way that the chair is sit. You should extend both arms and say, which one do you like?
Yeah, huh?
And they can look and say, oh, that looks like a good one right there.
But it's the it's the tape. I hate the tape.
The tape is.
It's your own fault.
So that's sorry, and I appreciate Jimmy hopping in and.
Well, he was
helping out
good.
this
I
morning.
think
I was
we ought to
surprised.
we ought to ask him to do it every week.
Maybe it was part of his whole planning and scheme to psych out the other person because he made it sound like, oh, I don't know pop culture.
And then he was
And
right
then
on
He
it.
just nailed it.
All of them. He even got an actual trivia question.
Really?
Yes. It's like out of these 4 women, only one of them was not dated by Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
And there wasn't a joke answer. There were 4.
it could have been any of
And he
them.
didn't hesitate.
And he answered it correctly. Did you hear it?
No, let me hear what it.
Let me see how you do.
Okay.
All right. Which of the following women has Justin Timberlake not dated?
Okay.
Now wait, which part of your brain would you like to answer this with?
The right or the left? Britney Spears, Jessica Biel, Cameron Diaz, or Christina Aguilera?
Cameron Diaz.
No,
He dated Cameron Diaz.
he did.
Oh, he didn't date Christina Aguilera.
Very good.
Okay.
But Jimmy,
Bam, hit it.
right away.
Ah.
I was
He went, that'd be Christina Aguilera.
blown away.
Huh.
You know why? Because Jimmy's dated all of them.
I
That's
guess
right.
so.
He's talked to them all.
$7:05.
Jesse in Murray says, "Where's Carrie? Why? What's going on with Carrie Jackson
in Murray?
In Murray.
All
Well, no,
right.
Carrie's in Japan, but Jesse's in. Murray.
Oh, now I'm confused. Carrie Jackson's on the phone. Are you in Japan or in Murray?
I'd like to vote for Mike Lee, please. Can I vote for Mike Lee?
Sure. That's one vote for Lee.
Can I vote for Marco Rubio?
Sure.
Marco
Sure.
Rubio.
Sure, of course. Exercise your rights as an American. Carrie Jackson.
I don't know what your boners are, but I'm just guessing.
No, not today, but they've been there. They have been there. Listen,
All right,
so
good.
where are you?
We are now at the Tokyo Disneyland Resorts. That's where we have landed, and we are settling in for a few days to go to the parks. And we just got back from Ginza in Tokyo, and some incredible food as always. I don't know what you guys want to do here. Did you get any of those photos that I sent you?
We have a bunch of the photos, so feel free to start talking about them, and we will match up as best we can.
Yeah, put a photo up, and then we'll describe it to you, Carrie, a little bit, and you can tell us.
Tell me what you see there.
This is you looking into the camera. And I think you're at a sushi bar.
Well, that helps.
You're
It looks like you have a spritzer in front of you, and you've got a chef making something in front of you.
Okay. That was probably the really amazing. Okay, so here's the thing. Yakitori, it's meat on sticks. It's that simple, right?
Okay.
But there's street side yakitori, and then there's what I think you're seeing is this yakitori, which is super special yakitori. This guy, if this is the picture that I'm thinking that you got,
The best teppanyaki.
What'd you say?
You labeled it fancy and best teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki.
Oh, yes, that's exactly right. That is some amazing teppanyaki. We had some, this is high-end stuff. There's street-level stuff, and this is the high-end stuff. And it was one of the best meals that we had. And they were very cool about just letting us come in. Usually this is a one of those you have to make a reservation kind of a thing, where they let us just come right in. And the guy you can see there, he's got like a little fan, and he's cooking it over charcoal right in front of you, right there. Just so amazing. And so, Gina, it's chicken neck.
Okay.
Chicken neck.
It's meat on sticks,
Chicken
though.
neck.
I mean, if I were there, I would have meat on sticks.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily say, "Oh, it's a chicken neck."
Here's the thing: I wouldn't tell you that it's chicken neck. I'd just say it's chicken and hand it to you.
This is
And
why I
you'd
don't
go-
trust you, Kerry Jackson.
And you'd take a bite and you'd go, "That's delicious." Oh, and then I'd say, "Well, it's chicken neck."
And then you'd spit it out. Let's go
And
to
then you
another
spit it out.
picture.
Another picture. What do you got?
What does it say?
I think this one's called Demon Child.
It's some kind of
Yeah, I
weird
don't know.
Sign.
street sign.
Yeah, I took a picture of a lot of street signs here because they're very, very strange. And this one is really odd because if you look at the adult in the picture,
Yeah.
it's so misshapen.
Yeah.
And then the kid has horns.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's probably meant to be a bow.
Or pigtails or something.
But what the
It
hell
may
are
be
they
a
trying to
pigtail.
tell you?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I just took pictures of street signs. And did we get to the no peeing in the alleyway one?
Well, we
let's
we
move
definitely
on.
got it.
Move on.
Do we have that one?
It's
no,
no
this-
peeing in the hallway.
This is Sue
Or no
with
peeing.
an ice cream cone. Oh, now we've
Oh, there's
Sue with an
no
ice
wait.
cream
Hang on.
cone.
hang on.
We found the no
Here's
peeing
the no
sign.
peeing one. So,
That's
I
the
like
easy,
that.
Well, don't pee. I mean, you shouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
But the thing is, though, that the section, the place where they put this sign, it was perfect for what they didn't want me to do.
That's why the
If it
sign.
was Paris, I would have been all over.
And Sue says if it was Paris, she'd have been all over it.
It's nice that it doesn't say no peeing. It says no pissing.
Just right there.
Don't do that either.
No pissing.
But it's like we built this special little section area that's just perfect for it, but don't do it. Whatever you do.
All right.
Okay. What's the next picture?
Sue and an ice cream coffee, I think.
Oh, okay. That was the ice cream coffee. What it is you can see that it's an iced coffee kind of a mixture kind of a thing on the bottom, and then they took a soft serve ice cream and turned it upside down and stuck it on top of the.
Okay, how do you
Those Japanese are crazy.
how do you
I
consume
know.
that? What? How do
Well,
you?
you pull the cone off and you
Just have at it. What do you
then
mean?
you
How do
stir
you
up-
consume that? You just have at it.
You just have at it. You pull the cone off.
Yeah.
And then you stir the ice cream into the coffee.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay.
Wonderful.
I mean, it could
Wonderful
be
thing.
it could be messy, but let it be messy.
All right, Carrie, I have a question.
Yes.
There's a $300 cantaloupe and a $217 watermelon.
Okay, yeah, we were trying to figure this out as well. All we did was this was at a mall.
That watermelon
And
has a
it's-
face on it.
It's seriously. And what we figured out is that these are gifts that you give. It's not like a wedding gift, but it's like a very formal gift. And the reason that they're so expensive is because this is going to sound crazy. The patchwork on the cantaloupe skin is absolutely perfectly symmetrical. And it is apparently the most ripe cantaloupe that there is. Same with the watermelon.
And it smelled so good just standing there looking
bet.
at this very expensive fruit. Then this whole produce section, it was the most expensive fruit that I have ever seen in my whole entire life.
This was in a mall where we bought Sue her birthday present, which was a very nice handbag. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
A very nice hand. I think
A
I
really,
know it.
really nice handbag.
Very nice. Gina, you'll want to see it when she gets home.
I like all of those little pieces of
We'll have to
fruit.
wear
that
white
are-
gloves.
I like all those little
Yeah.
pieces of fruit too in the little paper.
Let's
It's very
see.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
The
Okay,
next
what's
one
next?
we're
What
showing.
else?
Oh,
What's that one?
Go ahead.
the next one is it's you in front of a restaurant. I know
You have your hands on. Is that somebody's shoulders? You're gesturing.
What was it?
Oh,
I'm looking at. I'm trying
Somebody's
to find
sitting
the title
down
of it.
and you're standing behind them.
Is there no title on it?
There is. It was from yesterday that he sent it to me. This one is
What was
the Under the L dining.
Oh, Under the L. Okay. That's a teppanyaki place that is under the elevated train, and you can see that we're sitting in a tunnel. Yakitori. Sorry about that. Yakitori place, and you can see that we're sitting under a tunnel, which is underneath the elevated train. And the reason that I love this place so much, the food was just average. But the reason I loved it was because this place looked like a movie set. It looked like something straight out of Blade Runner. It was like you couldn't build a movie set this intricate. It was just amazing. This place has obviously been there forever, and they're cooking with charcoal. And, here's the thing. Highballs are very popular over here. And that's
How many have you had today, Carrie?
Today, several, and I've got one waiting for me as soon as we are done.
Now, what goes in a highball, Carrie?
It's very simple. It's just soda and whiskey and a little bit of lemon, and it's just
Sounds good.
Very, very popular over here. It's funny because here's the thing: trying to find wine in Japan tricky, but they love their beer over here. They love their beer. They make so much beer. There are so many breweries over here. So it's either beer or whiskey. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Beer or whiskey is where you're at.
I'm for that.
And that's why you would love it over here, Bill. Seriously.
Yeah. Does everybody still smoke?
Yes. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There are little shame rooms now, just about everywhere for people who smoke. And here's the thing: I nearly bought a pack of cigarettes for you simply because.
Gary, don't do that.
I said I nearly did, simply because of the warnings that we have on our cigarettes.
Yeah.
It just says, "Be careful; these are dangerous." Right? Words.
Yeah, hazardous to your health.
They have pictures of rotting esophagus.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen them.
That's the best deterrent ever.
Exactly the best deterrent ever.
Diseased lungs.
That's exactly the photos of diseased lungs on the pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
But
Somebody else's. That's not mine.
That's not my lungs. That's someone else's.
Mine are
lungs.
still pink.
You're fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
My lungs are fine. They're just fine.
So I'm looking forward to coming back, and we're going to do our show on Sunday, right?
Yep,
Yes.
Yeah, and it's selling. I think it's almost sold out.
It is nearly sold out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So please, get
It's not
tickets.
like acting companies, what we're talking
We'll tell you more about that coming up, but it's almost sold out. So.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to your news and boners, which is coming up.
We'll let you
And,
get to your highball.
Oh, do you want to hear what the boner
please.
candidates are, Carrie?
What are they, please?
I'll do the titles right now. Let's see. It's boner candidate number 1. She was delicious. Boner candidate number 2. Yeah, sure, a kid lost some toes, but they're not doing anything illegal. And boner candidate number 3. The Hetero Awesome Festival flops in Boise.
No.
It did. 2 days and nobody showed up.
I want to hear about this. I wish I was there. All right. Anyway, I will do my damnedest to get in touch with you guys in the next couple of days.
All right.
And for sure, but if I can't or am unable to, I will see you on Sunday.
All right.
sure.
Go have a highball.
Go have fun at the park.
Several highballs.
All right. See you
Bye,
later.
Carrie.
Brack never gets a highball. All right.
Good to hear from
He's
him.
having a good time, and I'm glad.
Yes.
So
yes.
those were the boner candidates that we'll be considering. What else we need to do?
Traffic.
And we don't really need to do it because there's nothing going on right now.
Is that water main break things?
I don't have haven't had a report for the last hour on that. So if anybody knows, UDOT hasn't updated it in the last hour. Maybe it's fine by now. Maybe not. That's where Infiniteam comes in. Let us know. Text us 33986. Holiday Oil invites you to become a member of My Holiday. Get 5 cents off gas, 20 cents off fountain drinks every day. Check out Holiday Oil app for details.
All right, coming up after these messages and a song, it is a boner of the day where you get a vote for the 3 candidates or the 1 candidate you think should win. So stick around for that.
Last week we got into a discussion of skincare with Gina Barberi.
Oh, yes.
And we're talking about lashes. And somebody has reached out about this. 2 people have, as a matter of fact, who want to give you some advice, Gina, and then one person needs your advice.
Wonderful.
So This one says, "Hi, Gina. Please remain seated.
Oh, sorry.
If you have questions about caring for your lash extensions, please contact me.
Oh.
It's always been an issue for me to hear about women who are not taught how to care for their lashes after they got home. A good lash stylist will ensure that you know how to care for them.
Yes.
Lash extensions can get wet, contrary to the rumor mill.
Well,
They're out on the corner. You'll see a group of people whispering.
Yeah. Water will not affect your lashes in any way.
Let's not tell her that.
And they should be washed daily. It's true that oils can affect the bond of some adhesives, resulting in loss. However, by keeping your lashes clean, you will extend the life of the extensions and more importantly, prevent eye infection.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that.
Then she goes on to say, I would recommend a soft brush, gentle cleanser, so forth and so on. I guess she's in the business. This woman is in the business.
I did to defend my lash stylist. She did give me lash wash.
Oh, okay.
And a brush.
All right. This woman says, we've been selling our brand to professionals for 15 years and so on.
Yeah.
Here's wishing you years of beauty simplified.
It is beauty simplified.
Make mine a double. Please pass this info on to the beautiful Sue Jackson, a BFOP since Bill's early AM Ogden days.
Wow.
Jamie Kelly.
Thanks, Jamie.
Now, Sue is weighing in. You're supposed to keep the lashes dry for at least the first 48 hours.
Right. That's the
thing.
Yeah, because, it takes for the glue to really cure.
Well, this is good to know because I'm going to get the.
Yeah, you should.
Carrie, you and I should both get lash extensions.
Don't need them.
Well, that's true. You do have.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you do have.
But yeah, I'm going to Sue's stylist. She gave me the hookup, and she did a great job, and she did give me good tips and lash cleanser.
And then we had an email last week that says, I need to know Gina's skincare regimen, and we talked about that, and then we got a follow-up email to that. Gina.
Yes.
What facial oil do you use? I've got to know. My daughter has very sensitive skin. I've got to know.
You're going to hate me.
What? More than I do?
It's expensive.
Why would anybody hate you?
Because it's expensive.
Well, but, I mean, you could just use Wesson oil.
No.
Olive oil?
No. It's I'm going to be honest with you. So
what's it called and how much is it? Jesus.
So I wondered how Liv Tyler got her skin so beautiful.
Oh.
She has beautiful skin.
Yeah.
And she has a whole YouTube video about her skin routine.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she uses this skin oil from Sarah Chapman, who is a facialist in England.
She's very good.
She's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I want to look like Liv Tyler, so I'm going to get her. I'm not going to tell you how much.
Yes,
it is.
please tell us. Come on. Now you've got everybody curious. How much is it?
It's like $120.
For how much?
I mean,
2 gallons, 3
no,
gallons?
No, like that big. I don't.
No, you're thinking of the Kirkland
with a big squirt thing on the top. A pump.
That's the one you're thinking.
Yeah.
So I splurged and got some, and I really like it.
$120 for how much?
I don't know. How much is that? I don't know how much that is.
It's probably about 3 ounces.
Yeah.
3 or 4 ounces, yeah. That's
it's
pretty
a lot.
expensive. How long does it last?
It lasts. You only need a little tiny bit.
So probably a year. That's probably a year's worth, right?
At least half a year.
So it's 6 months worth. Well,
that's couple of drops in your hand, and how you put it on. This is very specific how you put it on. So you put a couple drops in the palm.
Does it come with instructions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple drops in the palm of your hand, and then you take your fingertips and you lightly dab like this. You don't rub. You dab.
Okay.
Like that.
No, I don't think that's extravagant if it lasts 6 months.
I mean, it's a lot. It feels like a lot when you're ordering it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 6 months. Yeah. Let's factor that out. How many days in 6 months?
My wife does that with me all the time.
So you feel better about
it? Yeah, I'll say, these shoes are too expensive or whatever it is. And she'll say things like, yeah, but think about how many miles you're going to get out of these.
She's right, yeah.
So it's the use.
I think we should really figure it out and see how much you're spending per day.
And I'm going to feel really good about this.
I'm for just pennies a day, Gina. For just pennies a day, you can have beautiful skin.
I use cosmetics, Gina.
Oh.
Lots of us use expensive oil. It's okay. We don't hate you.
Okay.
You can hate her for other stuff, but not that. Jeez.
I mean, I certainly don't spend any money on clothes.
No.
That's true.
No.
I have 5 black T-shirts.
I believe in spending good money on shoes.
And I believe in spending good money on skincare. Really,
It shows.
Thank you.
You used to have pores the size of, a volcano.
No, you just sit farther away from me.
They're still there?
Yeah,
See, my wife tried to take her shopping.
She did.
And,
More than once has she
and
tried.
gave up. Gave up.
I'm a lost cause.
You are.
I like this
Fashion music.
fashion music.
Fashion music mix.
I allegedly thought of buying a key to the laundry machine at my apartment complex because it takes quarters, and allegedly it would have let me do laundry for free.
There's allegedly a key that you can buy.
No, there is.
Yeah.
He keeps saying allegedly
I know.
so he doesn't get in trouble.
Well, he
allegedly,
didn't do it.
Right.
That's why he said allegedly.
Well, I didn't do it, but if I did, the key didn't fit anyways.
So you
almost did it.
So allegedly,
these
people were selling you something that would allegedly allow you to rip off people. Instead, you allegedly got ripped off by a company that sold you this item.
That'd be an alleged company.
I don't know who's allegedly ripping off who here because
it sounds like allegedly you got ripped.
Laundry is allegedly $1.25 a load, which isn't much, except it's quarters only.
Nick.
And imagine allegedly having to go to the bank every single week to get quarters just to do your laundry.
Nick,
allegedly.
Even though the key that you allegedly got did not work, you still allegedly committed a crime by trying to do it.
Allegedly.
By trying to do it. And I don't want to hear this whining and bellyaching about having to get quarters. You go to the bank every once in a while and get a couple of rolls of quarters. Big deal.
Don't they have an alleged change machine in this alleged...
No.
Laundry?
They don't allegedly
Why would they allegedly do that?
It's like they don't want you to allegedly do anything.
That's just allegedly crazy.
I know why they don't. I wouldn't do it either.
You wouldn't have a change machine allegedly in your alleged washing? Why not?
Because it's another pain in the ass that you have to take care of. When it doesn't work right or people complain about it. No, I wouldn't do that. Get your own damn quarters.
Allegedly.
The dryer machine doesn't work well, so you got to do 2 loads.
Well, why don't you take it to Mama's house?
I do.
All right.
Allegedly.
That's what I always used to do. Take my laundry to Mommy's house.
In 1961, Kurt Smith from Tears for Fears was born.
The hell you say?
I tell you it's true.
Really? Oh, I wasn't invited to the party.
That's all right.
All right, 7:26. It is now time for Boner of the Day. 3 stupid, bad, or funny human behaviors. You get a vote which one should be the Boner of the Day for today, June 24th, 2025. We'll do 2 candidates now, then some news, and then we'll do the 3rd candidate before you can vote.
Bingo. Here's boner candidate number 1. She was delicious. Karate Kid actor and Cobra Kai TV star Martin Kove was asked to leave a fan convention over the weekend after allegedly biting his co-star, Alicia Hannah Kim, during a VIP meet and greet, according to a report from the Puyallup Police Department obtained by Variety. The incident occurred Sunday at SummerCon in Puyallup, Washington, where Martin Kove and Hannah Kim were whom both appear in the Netflix series, were participating in programming and fan activities. Representatives for Martin Kove did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment. According to the report, Ms. Hannah Kim told an officer working at the VIP section that after tapping Kove on the shoulder to say hello, he suddenly grabbed her arm and bit her so hard he nearly drew blood. The report states that when she cried out in pain, Martin Kove allegedly started kissing her arm where he had bitten her. The report detailed that Hannah Kim went and told her husband, who was present at the event, and the pair went to confront Cove about the incident. The report states that upon confronting Mr. Cove, he immediately exploded on them, saying something to the effect of how dare they confront him. Ms. Hannah Kim and her husband asked the reporting officer to step in and defuse the situation. According to the report, Mr. Cove claimed he was trying to be funny, adding that they play fight all the time on the set of Cobra Kai.
Why are you being so sensitive?
Ms. Hannah Kim reportedly told the officer that she would not file charges, but she wished to have a report filed in case it continues. Mr. Cove was instructed to leave the venue. The reporting officer advised the actor to not repeat such behavior in the future. So there you go.
He's the sweep the leg guy. He's the guy that says that.
Boner candidate number 1. She was delicious. Here's boner candidate number 2. Sure, a kid lost some toes there, but they're not doing anything illegal. It's been more than 6 months since the Utah Office of Licensing ordered an in-home daycare in Cedar City to terminate all services after an employee accidentally ran over a 3-year-old's foot and severed several of his toes with an electric lawnmower.
Gee, oh man!
But the Fox 13 investigative team has learned that Chandra Child Care has continued to look after kids, thanks to a loophole in a state law that allows a daycare to operate without a license, even if it was previously cited for compromising child safety. Well, they're not doing anything illegal, noted State Senator Luz Escamilla, Democrat of Salt Lake, in a recent interview with Fox. Still, the situation has rattled Representative Senator Escamilla, whose attempt to close the gap in the state law earlier this year failed, and it's left child care advocates calling for stricter rules when a center loses its license. You hurt a child, said Kim Rice, former state child care regulator of the accident at Chandra's Child Care, and now it's okay for them to go unlicensed and there's nothing we can do about it. While licensed child care facilities are typically inspected at least twice a year and are expected to comply with a host of rules meant to protect children, unlicensed providers operate with much less oversight. And because Chandra Child Care's license was closed, the state now has no ability to go in and regulate.
Yeah, this needs to be fixed.
And you know what?
All daycare needs to be regulated.
You know what? They do have the ability to go in and regulate it. They can go in. I don't care whether the law. They can go in there. The state could go in there and say, no. You've got to stop this. You can't have a license right now. Boner candidate number 2. Yeah, sure, a kid lost some toes. But what? They're not doing anything illegal.
Wow.
So, all right.
And I wonder if the parents that are continuing to take their kids there know that somebody lost toes.
They may, but child care is so hard to find.
It's true.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, the Hetero Awesome Festival flops in Boise.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 after this big boy news and opinioendo now brought to you by
Excel Automotive Repair, commuter vehicle repair specialists, Asian and small domestic vehicles, dealership quality service at independent shop rates, located at 33rd South 290 East. To make an appointment, go to excelautomotiverepair.com.
Sean Combs' legal team will not be calling any witnesses and will only submit some evidence. Closing arguments are expected to happen on June 26th. Combs' defense team told the judge that they plan to not have any witnesses testify and defend the disgraced hip-hop mogul on the stand. They plan to only submit some evidence, CNN reported from the courtroom. That means closing arguments are expected to be done Thursday, June 26th. Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey said she expects the testimony of Homeland Security Special Agent Joseph Cerciello to continue into Tuesday morning. That's this morning. Cerciello returned to the stand on Monday after testifying about evidence charts compiled by the prosecution on Friday. The defense is expected to rest by the end of Tuesday, submitting some exhibits into evidence. Attorneys are expected to meet for a charge conference Wednesday morning. Closing arguments will be set for Thursday. So
I think they are counting on a pardon, and I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Mr. Cerciello, that Homeland Security guy who was testifying, confirmed that several sexually explicit videos showed his ex-girlfriend, who used the pseudonym Jane, with other men are cited in the summary chart. Combs can also be seen in the videos. The videos are collectively hours long. With the jury viewing clips and listening through headphones, the public and press don't have access to the videos, which are under seal. About 50 explicit videos were recorded between December 17, 2011, December 21, 2021. December 21, 2021. Cerciolo went over another chart that he maps out records surrounding a trip that Jane took with Combs. So this is his ex-girlfriend.
Mhm.
And said, yeah, that's her. Yeah. And
I think they're going to convict him, and he's going to get pardoned.
Well, we'll see.
All of this will be for naught.
We'll see. A tentative truce faltered today when Israel accused Iran of launching missiles into its airspace after the ceasefire was supposed to take effect, and Israel vowed to retaliate. Iran's military denied firing on Israel, state media reported, but explosions did boom and sirens sounded across northern Israel mid-morning, and an Israeli military official said 2 Iranian missiles were intercepted. Donald Trump told reporters at the White House before departing to a NATO summit at The Hague that, in his view, both sides had violated the new agreement that he had announced earlier. They violated it, but Israel violated it too, Trump said. And I'm not happy with Israel today. On social media,
You're in timeout, Israel.
yeah, he called on Israel to stop dropping bombs and bring its pilots home. The conflict is now in its 12th day. Fears over Iran's missing uranium. It's 400 kilograms of uranium, and nobody seems to know where it is. I think Iran knows where it is, but nobody else seems to know where it is right now.
Put it on a truck and moved it before.
Well, it's valuable
bombs.
stuff. They don't want to lose it.
Yep.
Could there be a military draft? Fears arise that there may be a U.S. military draft because of heightened tensions in the Mideast. The U.S. Now, Donald Trump has not said there's going to be a draft, but people are worried about it. And countries in Europe are talking about actually talking openly about having, conscripting people into the service. Senator Mike Lee announced his intentions to rework his plan, mandating the sale of up to 3.3 million acres of public land in the American West after bipartisan backlash and an unfavorable ruling by the Senate's rules referee.
Nobody likes you, Mike.
Nobody. Republicans don't like you. Democrats don't like you. The Senate referee does not like you. I'm doing everything I can to support President Trump and move this forward.
He doesn't even like you.
Stay tuned. We're just getting started. Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonough advised late Monday that Mike Lee's plan to allow the sale of millions of acres of land owned by the Bureau of Land Management and the U.S. Forest Service, which was included in the Republicans' massive tax and spending package, violated the chamber's rules governing the budget reconciliation process that allows a majority to pass budget bills by sidestepping the filibuster. Earlier this month, Mike Lee-led Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee released a draft proposal as part of President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill. Mike Lee argued the sale of public lands would increase affordable housing, emphasizing that it would exclude national parks, national monuments, and designated wilderness areas. But critics on the left and the right savaged Mike Lee's plan because he's dumb.
And there are even red states that are against this, where you would think they'd be like, oh, yeah, we should do it. No, like I think Montana was one of them.
Yep. The body of a drowning victim in Utah Lake has been recovered. 23-year-old man was found following a wave runner accident. According to the Utah County Sheriff's Office, 2 men were on the wave runner when the accident occurred near Vineyard Beach. One of them was safely rescued, but the other man went under the water and did not resurface. They searched for the body for quite some time. They finally recovered it. Let's see. During a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement operation in Torrance, California on Sunday, a business owner got into a heated argument with one of the federal officers who was raiding his car wash and taking some of his workers. The loud exchange was caught on multiple videos, the first of which showed the start of the encounter as it began from within the bubble bath hand car wash. At least 4 agents, one of whom appears to be filming with a video camera, are seen surrounding one worker within the car wash. From out of frame, the man who later says he's the owner is heard saying, "What are you guys doing?" He repeats the question, but no one replies. He then says, "This is a place of business, and I need you all to leave." At the same time, the woman filming the video is telling the agents that they need to identify themselves. They don't reply at first, and then instead some start leaving the area. The owner out of the frame is heard raising his voice, "Hey, are you running? Are you guys criminals? Are you guys effing criminals, huh?" They were ICE agents. There was another one where they raided, they tried to arrest some gardeners, some people who were doing lawn work in L.A., and they arrested a guy who was there, and they said, "We had to arrest him. He came at us with a weed whacker."
No, he didn't. There's video of it.
Video of the whole thing. No, they didn't. He didn't do anything. They just took him.
And these guys are not all rapists and murderers. They're just working. So help them get their paperwork in order. If they're arresting people that go to immigration hearings or to the immigration office to try to do paperwork, they're trying to be here legal, and you're arresting them, then you don't really care about them being here legally or not. That's not the problem.
That landscaper who was arrested, his son said, he's been here in this country for 30 years. He is undocumented. He's my father. He is undocumented. He has never once committed a single crime.
He has 2 sons. They're both in the Marines.
There you go.
And just help these people get the paperwork. This is also unnecessary.
You've been here 30 years. You've been working.
Well, they broke the law.
You've been here 30 years. You've been a hard worker.
Yeah.
You've never been in trouble.
Nope.
You know what? Here's your citizenship right here.
Or not even citizenship. Here's the paperwork to make it legal for you to be here and work.
Give him the citizenship. Give it to him. He's earned it. They're closing the Leonardo.
The museum?
For good?
Yeah, well, they're closing for repairs. Said an official at the Arts and Science Museum. What's poor Ken Sanders going to do? His bookstore.
He moved his whole outfit there.
He will remain open, but Ken Sanders said, "I feel like I'm trapped in here with all these issues I can't control and I can't fix." He said that all the elevators are broken. And,
jeez.
And it's a rough place to be. He will stay open, but
I don't know how.
We'll see how it works. Whether the Leonardo manages to get back open, but be a hard thing to do. All right, that's it.
Weather, traffic.
61 right now, going to get up to 83, so warmer than yesterday, but still very pleasant. Overnight low 59. 86 tomorrow. We'll be back up in the 90s by Thursday. Could even be close to 100 by the weekend. Traffic, we have a multi-vehicle crash southbound Bangor Highway at the top of the on-ramp from 70th South leading to 78th South exit. 2 right lanes are blocked. Traffic backing towards 62nd South. Crash northbound I-15 114th South in Sandy, blocking the left shoulder. Traffic is backed to Bangor Highway. And let's see, just those are the ones that came in via text from friends of the program. Thank you for doing that, 33986. Don't pay for tires and oil changes ever again. Get tires and oil changes for life with every new and used Mazda purchase from Bountiful Mazda. See Bountiful Mazda today for details.
Here's boner candidate number 3. The Hetero Awesome Fest. Not so awesome. It really flopped in Boise. A self-proclaimed celebration of family values turned into a weekend of a very sparse turnout and a minor public disruption at Boise's Hetero Awesome Fest. It was held in a park across from the Idaho State Capitol. The 2-day event, organized by Heterosexual Awesomeness Incorporated, a nonprofit group created by the Old State Saloon owner, Mark Fitzpatrick, was promoted as an alternative to LGBTQ pride festivities. Attendance was light, with estimates ranging from 30 to 50 people on site at any given time. There was a brief musical protest that drew most attention. On Saturday afternoon, Boise singer-songwriter Daniel Hamrick took to the stage and began performing a pro-trans song after allegedly misleading the staff about his intentions. Video of the moment shared to Instagram shows Hamrick performing for about a minute before Mr. Fitzpatrick realizes, hey, he's not singing about hetero awesomeness. He's singing about transgender people.
Wait a minute.
He intervened, grabbed the microphone. An attendee, apparently unaware that Fitzpatrick was the event organizer, confronted him, resulting in a brief scuffle Security intervened. Mr. Hamrick, the singer, was escorted out by security, and that was just a minor incident. In a statement after the incident, Fitzpatrick, the organizer of the event, labeled Hamrick a deceiver and suggested that the LGBTQ plus community uses similar tactics to, in his words, victimize children. By the way, the Old State Saloon, located in Eagle, Idaho, has become known for hosting controversial events like Beers for Breeders Nights, Flat Earther meetups, Christian singles mixers, and trivia contests where attendees can win AR-15s. Last year, it gained national notoriety for announcing Heterosexual Awareness Month throughout June. The vibes at the Hetero Fest were closer to rancid than awesome, especially with the American Nationalist podcaster David Riley on hand to say, Boise's a nice, clean city because there aren't any black people here.
Yeah. There's so many horrible things about this.
The Hetero Awesome Fest.
I'm looking at the picture at x96.com/live. There was a bounce house for the kids, for the heterosexual kids.
Yeah. But but that's the attendance right there.
There's nobody.
They were expecting hundreds of people. Maybe 30, 50 people wandered in. Boner candidate number 3, the Hetero Awesome Fest in Boise flops.
All right. Let's recap the first 2, and then we can get to voting.
Boner candidate number 1, she was delicious. Martin Kove, actor, Cobra Kai, biting his co-star on the arm quite severely, apparently, and saying, hey, I was just playing around. Boner candidate number 2, sure, a kid lost some toes there, but they're not doing anything illegal. It's a Utah, in Cedar City, a daycare, where they lost their daycare license because somebody ran over a child's foot with an electric lawnmower, and the kid lost some toes. But they're now they're taking care of kids, I guess, without a license, but it's not illegal. And boner candidate number 3, the Hetero Awesome Fest flops in Boise.
All right, it is time for you to vote for which boner you should be you think should be boner of the day. 1, 2, or 3. You can text it to us at 33986. Let us know who you think should be the winner, or you can go online, go to x96.com. There's a post there for the boner of the day. You can go cast your vote right there. Or you can call the producer's booth and say hi to Maya, my goodness, and tell her which boner you think should win, 1, 2, or 3. And you have only about 4 minutes to do so. So go vote right now. It's boner of the day.
I have this is a list I can include in the news here.
Sure. Okay.
I'm top of mind here because I'm about to travel.
Yes.
9 travel hacks that will change your life.
Change your life.
Carry a wad of cash separate to your wallet.
Yes.
You do this?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
For tipping.
Like ones and
ones and fives.
Because I don't use cash ever.
Nobody
for
does,
anything. Yeah. They also say it's good to, if you get in a situation where someone's trying to mug you, you can have some side cash here. That's all I have.
And then they're more likely to just grab it and go.
Yep.
Because, yeah, they wouldn't go after your phone or the wallet, or the big wad of cash is the apple of their eye.
Oh, yeah. Untraceable.
They say bring your own sunscreen. Don't say, I'll buy it when I get there.
Usually a good idea. Yeah.
Don't ask strangers if you can borrow their sunscreen.
Well, and it's usually if you're going to a resort and you think, I'll go to the gift shop and buy sunscreen, it's outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Brush your teeth as soon as you land. This I'm not going to go in the airport bathroom and brush my teeth.
What's their reasoning?
They say, who needs business class when you can just brush your teeth? It can make a world of difference how you look, feel, and smell at the end of a flight. Brushing your teeth is the quickest way to feel human again after a long flight.
I get it.
Have toothpaste and brush ready as soon as you get off the plane.
I get it. Okay.
Let's see. See tourist attractions on rainy days because they're less likely to be busy.
Yeah.
Cut your nails before your trip.
Yes.
Because you don't often think to bring your clippers with you, and you don't want to be stuck in a hotel room desperately wanting to clip, your
clip your nails in general. I mean,
if you keep, but do it, but
before
do
you
a
go,
little tidying before you go.
How often are you clipping your nails?
About every other week.
Yeah, that
But that's not the point. The point is
If you do it, if you make sure you time it so you do it before you leave.
do you know the day that you're going to have to do it?
No.
Okay.
But
See? But if you do it before you go, then you don't have to worry about it.
Speaking
Okay.
of doing it before you go, always go to the toilet when you have a chance.
Yes.
again, this is not Trip Central.
But sometimes you think, well, I don't have to go now. Like you're walking by a bathroom and you go,
I'm fine.
I'm fine. No, you don't know when the next opportunity will be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a preventative pee, I like to
You may
call
get
it.
in your rental car and then get stuck in traffic. And then you're
I
suffering.
think this way outside of trips, I guess is my point. To everything you're mentioning.
And Carrie, this is good advice for your next trip.
Okay.
Schedule soft days.
Soft, yes.
Days when you have not
Nothing.
planned anything.
Again!
Don't overschedule your trip activities. Do not.
Yeah. Thursday, we have nothing on the schedule. We're just going to
unless you're like at a amusement like Disney World or some stuff like that. But if you're headed to say San Diego, be sure to have some empty days.
Empty days. I like calling them soft days, though. That sounds nice. It's a
Yeah,
soft day.
But it's
Soft
just,
days.
again, this is just remember to live your regular life when you're on a trip.
Yes.
Also, Gina, compression socks on the airplane.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
That's an actual trip-centric tip.
So that's the first one.
That's the first
Okay.
one.
Okay. He's so angry.
I know. Weather?
Weather.
Weather. I need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, 7:49.
And before we award the boner, it's hello, yeah, what? Right now, we're going to take your phone calls, 877-602-9696, about whatever you like.
You can talk about whatever.
Questions, comments, criticisms, jokes.
Yeah.
877-602-9696. Your voice on the radio next.
What's your opinion? 877-602-9696. Do you have one?
All right, boner of the day.
All right. This morning's boner is, I don't have the results yet. Oh, they're coming in now.
Brought to you in part by...
Yes, the morning boner brought to you in part by, what do you call them? They're the...
Euros.
No, the
Latkes.
Would you stop for a second? Just stop. It's a pasta. Little pillows with stuff.
Ravioli.
Yeah, like ravioli
Tortellini.
with. I think it was ravioli with lobster sauce
Oh, yum.
and a salad.
Yum.
It was good.
And the Summer Showdown continues this weekend with Summer Showdown Bugs Are Here to Kill You edition. Arachnophobia versus Starship Troopers. Get your tickets now at slfstix.org.
Well, 11 people took very, very much umbrage at Martin Cove biting his co-star. They didn't care for
weird.
that. Yeah, kind of weird. I think he probably thought he was being funny, and it was not. It did not come out that way. Let's see. So, boner candidate number 2. Sure, a kid lost some toes. You would think that would be the winner, but no. 155 votes. The Hetero Awesome Festival flopping in Boise.
I thought that was just
wins
funny, yeah.
Boner of the day. Well, I think
I thought the daycare one was the better candidate. But.
beers for breeders. They have Flat Earth Society meetings.
Yeah.
That guy's a loon.
Yes.
All right. So now it's time for
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello, yeah, what? This is
877-602-9696.
This is the fabulous radio feature that we invented, wherein you call the radio station and you can talk to us directly, and it's pretty much uncensored. Although, watch your mouth.
Well, yeah, I mean it's.
So we're flying by the seat of our pants when we do this without a net. So 877-602-9696. It's your chance to just. Ask us something, criticize us. Maybe you have something you want to promote, an observation that you would like to make, something you would like to point out that maybe others have not noticed. 877-602-9696. And there go the phones. And I think
I've heard on other radio stations they do these things where they have actors call and pretend to be. We don't do that. This is all you.
All right, there's line 1.
We have Heather.
Hi, Heather. Where are you calling us from?
Good morning. This is head shrinker Heather calling from Bountiful, and I am not a paid actor.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not that good.
No. That's
that's-
a harsh criticism coming from Bill, because
Just
Bill
kidding.
knows.
Just kidding. Now, what have you for us, Heather?
Yes, I am calling to promote. I'm on the board of Postpartum Support International Utah, and we have an annual event coming up this Saturday at Wheeler Farm from 9:30 to 1:30. And we're just there for all families and community members, and we're just raising awareness for perinatal mental health disorders.
You know, if you called this beer for breeders, you might get more people to come.
you know, you're probably right.
So now, what are you going to be doing there at Wheeler Farm, Heather? What have you got for people?
That's a good question. So we have so many providers and community resources that come out, set up little booths. So if you're looking for a therapist or a mental health medication prescriber, or even like local support groups, someone to help you get on Medicaid, we have so many providers there to help. And we also have princesses and superheroes and face painting. So there's something for everybody.
And if I come, will you shrink my head?
Absolutely.
All
I
right.
would love that. Bill.
This is one of those things where there's a lot of shame. Like you feel like I'm supposed to be happy.
Postpartum depression.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be happy. Why aren't I feeling happy? And I think going to something like this, you'll look around and go, oh, wait a minute. There's lots of people that feel like I do, and there's help available.
Exactly.
Does it have anything to do with colostrum?
Colostrum. Oh, hey, we love colostrum, but we won't sell it. We're not those kinds of people.
All right, Heather, thank you very much. That's Wheeler Farm this Saturday. What time?
9:30 to 1:30.
Thanks, Heather.
See you later.
Does that have anything to do with colostrum?
Hello, yeah. It's just a word it's a word I like that I don't get to use very often. So
I mean, it's a wonderful thing.
let's go to line.
We're going to Corey.
Corey, hi, Corey. I know why Corey's calling us. Hello, yeah.
Yes, you do.
He won tickets to Drive-By Truckers, and
tell us, Corey.
Dear Tick.
Dear Tick, yeah. And you said you'd call
Drive-By
in.
Truckers.
Yeah, Drive-By Truckers. You told us you would review the show for us.
Yeah, so I got there, went to will call, showed my ID, got my tickets. As I was opening the envelope, I heard a guy at the entry tell one of the staff members that, hey, my friends went in, they have the e-tickets, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I took my other ticket out and handed it to him.
Oh, nice.
Here, use this.
Nice.
Yeah, and he kind of looked at me like, really? I'm like, yeah, I won them. Like, no one's with me. Here you go.
Well done,
So
Corey.
he's very apprecitive. And like the timing was cosmic. Anyway,
Actually, I'm
the
sorry.
show
I'm
was
sorry.
great.
I'm sorry you don't have any friends, Corey.
Oh, I have a lot of friends.
Okay.
Just no one that likes drive-by truckers.
The show was great, you say.
It really was, yeah. So it's a band that Jason Isbell used to be in.
Right. Yeah.
Patterson Hood is one of the singers. He was actually here at the Stateroom solo last December, and I saw him there. And there were actually three bands. Thelma and the Sleaze opened.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of a punk band, and they came out by saying, hey, we're going to play a song about finger something, I won't say.
Finger,
and
yeah.
ripped right into it. Yeah, finger tapping.
Okay.
So they were kind of a three-lady punk band from Nashville. They were a lot of fun.
Okay.
And, the other bands were great.
Dear Tick?
They put on a great show. Dear Tick, yeah, they were fine. They're from Rhode Island. I did not know that.
All right.
Probably the only band from Rhode Island, but yeah, Patterson and gang, they put on a good show, have some great songs.
All right, Corey, thanks for the review.
Thanks again.
See ya.
Appreciate the ticket.
877-602-9696. It's hello, yeah, what? Call, talk about whatever you like.
Holly, Sarah, stay on the line. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back to take your calls. Traffic, Gina.
Multi-vehicle crash southbound Bangor Highway at the top of the on-ramp from 70 South to 78 South exit. 2 right lanes are blocked. And traffic backing up towards 62nd South. Crash north on I-15, 114th South and Sandy, blocking the left shoulder. Traffic back to Bangor. Friend of the program says, terrible slowdown in Springville, northbound I-15. Thank you, Infiniteam. We'd like to hear from you wherever you are. Text it to us, 33986.
All right, we're going to continue the Hello Yeah What just after these messages. So stick around. Call us 877-602-9696. Tell us what you want to talk about. Haster Games.
Yes, Haster Games. It is a big week at Haster Games. Now, I was just looking at this here, and it says here, MTG Final Fantasy has finally arrived. That's
Katie knows
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No. Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
Magic the Gathering, the card game. Their Final Fantasy selection has come out.
I figured that out. But at first I went, what? Marjorie Taylor Greene?
The Final Fantasy cards are beautiful, by the way.
It's they say this is the best selling Magic set of all time.
Yes.
You do not want to miss out on this. All products are available now at Haster. Also, the Mortal Realms got a new way to play with updated General's Handbook, or Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I don't know what that is, but
people know.
It's
Warhammer's
exciting.
tabletop.
Yeah. Also, they have the supplement includes core rules and updated endless spell wonder rolls. Sounds good. Haster Games, it's a place you want to go for all your gaming needs. You can visit the store or go to hastergames.com. If you want it, Haster has it. You can watch radio.
I take notes and then forget them.
You take notes?
Okay, here we go. So when Bill Frost comes in and recommends TV shows, I try to check some of them out, and I thought I would watch The Big Brunch, hosted by Dan Levy. It's it's a cooking competition where it's horrible.
Really?
What's wrong with it?
It's just awful. The people on it are awful. The way it's set up is awful. He's just not a really great host. Now I just watched one, and maybe it settles in and gets a little better.
Okay.
But
I think you just hate brunch. That's what I think. You are a brunchist.
A brunchist.
You know, you really shouldn't say things like that without having seen it.
When was the last time you went to brunch?
I don't brunch very often.
This is my point.
But Dan Levy seems to believe that brunch is it Levy?
It's
it's
Eugene
Levy.
Levy.
Yeah. Dan Levy seems to believe that brunch can solve all your problems.
Well,
I don't disagree with him.
It's really.
I
not
think
good.
you're brunching wrong.
Why don't you do me a favor and watch the show? It has nothing to do with me and my relationship to brunch.
I think it might have everything to do with your relationship
It doesn't.
with brunch.
I don't have anything against brunch.
As a matter of
I'm
fact,
not a brunchist.
He's writing a book called In Defense of Brunch. He's working. I saw him working on that.
I've got a hunch that brunch is just fine. No, I don't have anything against brunch. I'll go to a brunch. It's not something that I
bet
do
you'd
often.
complain about a brunch.
Don't try me.
What?
I'll go to a brunch.
What do you mean? I complain about?
I bet
a
it
brunch?
would not meet your your needs. The brunch.
What? What are you talking about? If it was a brunch of nothing but liver, yes, that would not be good.
Who would do that though?
Nobody.
Like because there's brunch buffets, but then there's just a brunch where you order off the menu. And
Yeah, I don't think that's brunch.
ordering off the menu doesn't count as brunch.
I don't
it
think
has
so.
to be a buffet.
Really? I think kind of.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree.
I think it has to be a buffet.
Some of the more wonderful brunches I've had were off the menu.
No, but you don't because when you go to a brunch, you want to be able to,
You go to the omelet
graze.
station.
Yeah, go to the omelet station. And usually they'll have a roast beef.
When I go to brunch, I don't want to get up from my table. I want everything brought to me as though I am the king.
Well, so we have our own theories about brunch, but nevertheless, the show The Big Brunch
Yes,
sucks.
that's what we're.
Well,
it really does.
All right.
Okay. Well, now I have to watch it and see.
I'm not a brunchist. The judges are terrible. It's just not good.
What are they judging? The food?
Yeah, now what we want you to do here is we want you to make an egg dish that represents your personality and your goals in life. What? That's
Okay, scrambled's out.
really. I mean, everything is every dish that they do is kind of geared that way.
Well, you're poached, Bill. Clearly,
Something we want you to make an egg dish that tells us about your past. What?
historical eggs.
I mean, that's what it's like, and it's terrible. It's a terrible show.
I
I
don't know what
like
you
brunch
want
just
from-
fine.
Now, if I were a good morning radio DJ, I'd be writing a parody song right now, done to the tune of "King of Pain" by the Police, "King of Brunch."
King of Brunch.
Because I am the king of brunch.
Yes.
There's a pitcher of mimosas on the table today.
The same old.
Yeah.
I would. Well, I'm not a very good morning DJ. though,
No.
so
Well, you need time to do these things.
no. All right.
Three?
Joey in Bluffdale he's texting from Bluffdale. I said, Joey, this is a call-in feature. You need to use the telephone 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
It's hello, yeah, what? And it's a simple thing. You just call us and talk to us. You can ask us questions. You can take us to task. You can wag your finger at us and say, how dare you? Whatever you'd like to do. 877-602-9696. Let's see what Holly has to say. Holly.
Hello, yeah, what?
How are you, Holly?
I'm well. Thank you for letting me listen.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to touch on the daycare topic real quick.
Okay.
I'm a director at an all-inclusive, top-rated daycare facility in Salt Lake City. I've been there for about 15 years,
Wow.
and I just wanted to give a resource for parents or families looking for quality childcare in Utah. If you go to careaboutchildcare.com, I believe it is. If it's not .com, then it's .org. That will give you a list of licensed and I believe unlicensed daycare centers, and any write-ups, any disqualifications or anything will be public record. And that's a great resource for paying for daycare in Utah.
It's careaboutchildcare.utah.gov. So this is a state,
there you go.
a state, which is
Mhm.
great. That's great. That's how you know it's for real.
So check Cedar City and see if they mention that kid got his toes cut off. It's a.
Yeah.
How do we, I guess I would guess, Holly, that you're in favor of tightening these regulations up a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you've got to. Unfortunately, you keep in mind you kind of get what you pay for in the daycare industry for parents, and quality daycare is not always accessible to families. Yeah, so we advocate for government funding. And
So Luz Escamilla, I think it was Luz, what she was trying to get passed last session was a child care bill. Like you said, you get what you pay for. She was trying to get a quality, government subsidized, affordable child care more readily available. That's what she was trying. Yeah, I know. Why would you be against that? I don't know.
Oh, Luz Escamilla.
I think that was Luz that was doing that. But,
Holly, thanks for the information.
yeah, you're welcome. Have a good day, guys.
See ya. See, that's hello, yeah, what? That's what you can do that. Let's go to
Sarah.
Sarah, where are you calling from, Sarah?
Sandy.
And what do you got?
Well, I am moving at the end of this year, and I have been volunteering with Lasagna Love for 5-6 years now.
What is that?
Lasagna Love. It's a website where you can sign up to get a lasagna or to donate a lasagna if someone needs food.
That's very specific.
I know it sounds really funny. Yep, I think it has Italian roots, which I do as well. People make lots of lasagna, big trays of lasagna, and sometimes you're like, hey, I have an extra. And right now, people need food. So if you need a lasagna, you can sign up. You just say what your food allergies are and how many people we're serving, and it connects you with someone who has a lasagna and wants to drop it off to you.
That's great. This is a simple fix to a problem.
Okay, what is it again?
It's lasagnalove.org.
I need a lasagna.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, it's not like pizza. It's not going to come the same day, but we try to get you matched within 30 days. And so if there are people out there who have a lasagna they like to make or a casserole dish that is their favorite and they want to share, that is also welcome. You can sign up to do it one time. You can sign up to do it every other month. You can sign up to do it every week, however often you can.
I think
we would love to have some more volunteers.
I'm thinking there's a lot of competition with tuna noodle casserole.
It's possible.
Tuna noodle casserole love, I think, or mac and cheese love. I mean, this could open up a whole new, and then you guys can all battle it out and feed people and be great.
I think this is great.
All right, thanks for that. It's just lasagналove.com.
.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Hello, yeah, what?
877-602-9696 is the number. Hello, yeah, what? You can do it.
We're looking for phone calls, not texts, but I think I need to pass along this text we got. Paula, I cannot work the weekend of the 19th. I'm good to work the other 3 weekends. I don't think you meant to send that to
not to us.
To us.
No, I don't think so.
But if Paula's listening and she was wondering if someone could work the weekend.
No, do me a favor. Will you reply as Paula and say, well, then you're fired?
Hello, yeah, what?
877-602-9696.
All right, there's
We have Todd.
Hello, Todd.
Hello, Lords. How are you all?
Fine. Where are you calling from, Todd?
Well, right now, Todd is in Salt Lake City, but I do reside in the Deist of Breaks.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, two things. One, I just want to thank you guys for getting me through my work day since 1990. Do appreciate y'all.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
And the last thing, I was in a pretty bad accident in November, and I would have never known to call the advocates if it wasn't for you guys.
Really?
They were everything you said they were.
Mm-hmm.
Josh over there helped me, and I was able to get better, recoup, and they did everything you said they would do, and they're awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad you had a good experience. with them.
And you see, very seldom do we use paid actors on this feature. But
this is not
occasionally,
a paid
no, thanks. That's unsolicited, and we'll, if you don't mind, we will pass that on. We'll pass your recording on to get a recording and send it over to the advocates, if that's okay with you.
That's great. No, they were awesome, and thank you guys.
Sure,
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
Glad you're feeling better.
Hello, yeah, what?
All right, our looks like our buddy Zane is on the phone.
Zane.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello, Zane.
Good morning.
Hi,
Good morning.
Zane in Dallas, Texas.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys liked Dante's Peak or Volcano better.
Dante's Peak.
Katie had an immediate answer for that.
You know, I think I've seen both of them, and they were less than memorable as far as
Dante's Peak absolutely terrified me when I was a child.
Is that
it was
Pierce Brosnan?
Yes,
in
and
that?
and the grandmother in the water and the acid. It was embedded into my brain when I was like 6. And then I always thought the movie was Volcano, and so I watched Volcano. I was like, "This is not what I'm looking for."
And what about? So don't you lump Joe and the Volcano in there?
Joe versus the Volcano.
Is it Joe versus the Volcano with Tom Hanks, where he met his wife?
Oh,
Volcano was with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
And Anne.
And it's like the one where a volcano like explodes in the middle of Las
city
Vegas
or
or
something,
LA
yeah.
or something.
Mm. Well, like it might.
Yeah.
So I Googled volcano movie.
Yeah.
Here's the most frequently asked question.
Yes.
Is the film Volcano based on a true story?
In LA.
Yeah.
So it is LA.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
How many volcano movies? Is there a list of volcano movies there?
Probably a fair amount.
I'm sure there are.
I'd like to know because I can think of 3. I never saw Joe versus the Volcano.
It's dumb.
Yeah, isn't it like it's sort of a comedy about sacrificing somebody to a volcano?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's Volcano, Dante's Peak. You got 2012, the Volcano Rescue from Wakari. You've got
Oh, I know, Krakatoa east of Java.
Lava.
That's a volcano movie.
There's a lot of movies. These are also including movies just with volcanoes in them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
Yeah, Krakatoa east of Java. That was a big movie back in the '60s, early '60s, I think. Okay, Zane, you've given us something to think about.
Thanks, Zane.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We still have a little time. 877-602-9696 if you want to be one of the last callers on.
Hello, yeah, what?
On that.
I just remember playing the hot lava game when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah.
The floor is lava.
Floor is lava.
Yeah, it's one of the best games.
What was... You'd burn. Oh, so you had to go around on the
furniture.
Furniture.
Yeah.
You could throw a pillow on the ground so you could get to something if it's too far.
Yeah, because the pillow would not be burned up by the hot lava.
No,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You had to go fast.
Yeah, I remember doing that as well.
Yeah, we did that throughout my whole basement once, and it got dangerous. We also had tiled basement.
Oh,
so you throw a pillow on the floor, and then you jump on it, and then you fall in the lava.
Well, I don't know. So I don't know if we're going to get another phone call here. I wanted to tell you what happened to me last night.
Okay.
What happened
Just
to you
quickly.
last night?
Well, and this has happened, and there is a phone call coming in. We'll go to it if we have time.
Yes.
I was, you know how I've thrown myself out of bed on occasion?
Oh, no, you did that again?
I did
Oh.
last night, and it was a dream. And I was trying to do a leg sweep on somebody. I'm serious. Somebody who was attacking me, and I was trying to do a leg sweep, and I ended up throwing myself out of bed and onto the floor.
Did you hit your head?
No, I was lucky. I didn't hit anything. I just kind of.
Are we going to have to start strapping you
I'm
down?
afraid so.
My goodness, Bill.
Doesn't that happen to other people?
Fall out of bed?
You have a dream or something, and you end up throwing yourself out of bed. All right, let's go to the phone.
All right. Last one.
All right.
It's CJ.
Hi, CJ. Where are you calling from?
Hello. This is CJ calling from Mill Creek about Drunken Shakespeare.
Oh,
okay.
CJ, can I ask before you do that? Have you ever thrown yourself out of bed while you've been asleep at night?
No, but my husband had a nightmare once about a manta ray and kicked me really hard.
Specifically about a manta ray.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Get away from me! Get away from me! Yeah. All right. Drunken Shakespeare. Go ahead, CJ.
Hey, just reminding everyone, it is closed this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're located at the Gateway. We've already had quite a few amazing listeners purchase tickets.
Oh, good.
Show up. It's been super fun. It's a good time, held by all. It's a quick show. We go through it really fast, so you don't have to sit there for 3 hours watching Shakespeare.
Go through it really fast so you don't notice any of the mistakes,
So
right?
you can say you've been to a Shakespeare play, but
Mhm.
not the big time commitment.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which one are you doing?
Yes, that's perfect. We are doing The Tempest.
Nice.
It is pirate-themed. Our costumes are incredible. We have a quote-unquote boat on our stage.
Mm-hmm. You know, I played.
It's super fun.
I played Trinculo in The Tempest at the Utah Shakespeare Festival.
We have a Twinkulo in our production.
All right.
Twinkulo. I got it. All right.
Yes.
Thanks, CJ.
What do you get tickets? Quick. Where do you get tickets?
Go to Mad King Productions.
Okay.
You can also find us on all social medias.
All right.
Okay.
See ya.
Thanks, CJ.
What she said, Twinkulo?
Instead of Trinculo, it's
Yeah.
Twinkula.
Trincula.
Now, if you're calling, and maybe we still have people calling, you could hang around and play Beat Gina. 'Cause
Yes.
We're doing that next. Beat Gina. X Games is the prize. We've got tickets to the X Games. It's happening at Utah State Fair Park, June 27th through the 29th.
Geez, the fun never stops on
No,
this show.
it's relentless.
There's
And
too
if,
much.
if I remember correctly, it's tickets to both Dead Mouse and Sublime as well.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So big
That's a big
prize
prize.
for Beat Gina. 877-602-9696. Traffic.
Stalled vehicle southbound I-15 at the off-ramp Park Lane in Davis County. Crash southbound Bangor Highway 69th South. 2 right lanes are closed. Crash northbound I-15 114th South. That's causing quite a bit of slowage as folks are trying to come around Point of the Mountain. And whatever you see on the roads, you can share it with us. Or if anybody knows who Paula is, let her know that somebody can't work this weekend. That would be very helpful. Catch All Time Low October 16th at the Union. Tickets are on sale now. Get information and ticket links at x96.com.
All right, Beat Gina coming up after these. 877-602-9696. Call to play, and you could win that big prize of the X Games tickets. But first, Larson HVAC and Plumbing.
They're coming to my house on Thursday to replace. I'm getting a heat pump. It's supposed to be more efficient.
Oh, in your house, not installed in your body.
No, in my house. And Sean Larson and his whole family, they've been doing work since 2017, and they're great friends of the program, and they're going to help you save money on your energy bills. And they do this by giving you $500 off a new high-efficiency air conditioner. Plus, you get a year's worth of filters for free. And there are a bunch of rebates and stuff that are going away at the end of the year when you change things out for high-efficiency equipment. And the nice thing is Larson will file all the paperwork for you, because sometimes that stuff can be kind of complicated. Larson will take care of all of it for you. They're fast, convenient, affordable. They want to take care of what you actually need, not sell you things you don't. Plus, they're Rheem Pro certified. That's the system we're getting is a Rheem system. Give them a call, 801-930-5450, or you can go to larsonhvac.com/X96.
It's 7:50. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by Buffalo Wings.
And Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours, now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., breakfast till 10:30, lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Boner candidate number 3, Sean Duffy. The transportation secretary, who's blaming the crash at the airport in Washington, D.C. on changing the name from cockpit to flight deck. As an example of, DEI, and that's why.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It got almost 100 votes, did well, but Boner candidate number 2, the best thing would be to build a wall around Harriman. Harriman City Hall protesters, the Patriot Front, racists. They are terrible, a terrible group. They got 192 votes.
Wow.
And would be that's the Boner of the
And
Day.
if you talk to them and said this racist, they would say no, that's not. They would say, oh no, we're not racist.
Okay, that's
so.
well,
What
that-
is so if it's not that, what is it?
Why
then?
would they say it's not racist?
They do. If you confront them, they're like, we're not racist.
It's pretty
not what
racist.
This is about at all.
Yeah.
White supremacy. That's racism.
Racism.
Yeah.
Would seem to me.
All right, there's your Boner of the Day for today, February 3, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week.
You want me to tell you a little bit about the movie I saw?
Sure.
Yeah.
I won't give anything away. Although apparently,
Famous last words.
apparently,
Yeah.
if you watch the trailer, which I did not do, you should be warned against watching the trailer for Companion, because apparently it gives away some big plot points.
Is
that
this
it
a
shouldn't.
horror film?
Yeah, it's a horror film. It's got Jack Quaid in it, Sophie Thatcher, and it's got a little from What We Do in the Shadows, Manuel. Is that his name? The guy, he wants to become a vampire.
Not Manuel.
It's what is his name? The actor's name is Harvey Guillen.
Harvey Guillen, yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. He's really good.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. Thank you. I should remember that. Guillermo. Rupert Friend is in it, and Lucas Gage. Lucas Gage. Sophie Thatcher is excellent. She was in Heretic, and she's just great. Now, I haven't been a Jack Quaid fan. I didn't really like him in The Boys very much. I know a lot of people did. I don't know.
He's Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's kid.
Yeah.
Don't hold that against him.
Something about his performance in The Boys I just didn't care for. But he's excellent in this. And it's a very thoughtful movie in a lot of ways. And there are some really good scares in it. It's very entertaining. It moves along quickly, and I would recommend it highly. And the reviews have been, I just was looking through some of the reviews, and the reviews have been quite positive for the most part. So if you want to just, and it's not, it brings up some really good points about things, social, interaction between men and women and all of that. But it's not it's not heavy on that. They don't let that get in the way of having a great story and exciting action and so I'd recommend it highly.
I decided I'd start watching some Academy Award nominees.
Oh, good.
So I watched Emilia Perez, which would you check to see if Gamora is nominated for Best Actress or Supporting?
I think she's supporting.
Because that's her movie.
Oh, really?
She really should be lead.
Not Selena. I thought Selena.
No, Selena's just in it.
You mean
Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Gamora, you know.
She's Gamora.
Zoe Saldana.
She is in every scene.
Yeah.
And she won.
And she's not. Yeah,
she won the Golden Globe.
She's not a supporting. She's in every scene in that movie. It is her movie.
And it's a musical.
I liked it okay.
You hate musicals.
Yeah. I liked it okay.
Did it have to be a musical?
I wish it wasn't. I would like to see that story not a musical.
Why do you think it was a musical? I mean, I haven't seen it. It seems...
I don't know.
It just, without seeing it, it seems odd.
It's a choice.
I think the people who made it just went, yeah, let's do this.
Let's see if we can get away with this.
Yeah.
What else have you
also watched Substance.
I've been...
Which
I'm surprised you haven't seen that, Bill.
I've been sort of avoiding it.
I was with this movie until the last 10 minutes.
What? Why?
It just
without
went.
giving
It
it
just
away?
went over the top.
Did it?
It just went way too far. I was behind this movie the whole time until the last 10 minutes.
I've seen a picture of what's
Margaret Qualley.
Margaret Qualley.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a picture of her in this makeup, which is this body prosthetic that is so gross looking.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know if I want to go there.
And then I saw A Different Man.
What's
with Bucky?
Oh, that's
Sebastian Stan.
That's the based on actual person.
Yeah,
thing.
he's got this facial deformity.
Oh, it's the guy, the British guy. He's like the Elephant Man.
And he's in the movie.
Yeah,
is he?
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yeah, he's apparently he's hideous to look at, and yet he's everybody loves
charming
him.
as hell. Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves him.
And so I was watching the movie, and Sebastian Stan is great. He's great. All the performances are great. It's very well done, but I still don't get the point. I don't know what the point was.
Well, I think
that it's not about looks, because isn't the point that Sebastian Stan has that disorder, but then magically
he
is
magically
able to
is
be
good looking, but he's still miserable.
Yeah, it's the looks.
Makes
Looks
himself
aren't
miserable.
everything, Carrie.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It just it was just okay.
I'm kind of bummed that I know the twist in Conclave.
Is a twist?
There's a
Yeah,
twist.
there is, yeah. I watched that.
And so now I'm not. I'm
Someone
not as interested
it got spoiled for you.
Yeah, so I'm not as
I
interested
didn't know.
in watching it.
I was lucky. I didn't know.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
8:25. Is this sponsored?
Yes, X Games brings its electrifying action sports festival to Salt Lake City with 3 days of motocross, BMX, skateboarding competitions at Utah State Fair Park June 27th through the 29th, plus performances from Deadmau5 Friday on the 27th and Sublime the 28th. This is a huge prize we have to give away. If you want information about the games and how you can buy your own tickets, if you're not going to win them from us right now, all that's available at x96.com.
Well, hello, ladies.
Hello. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Hello, lady.
I'm married.
I'm just
Stand back.
As are we.
Stand back. I'm married. Well, I've found that when I'm around the ladies, that doesn't seem to matter to them. I'm BGina announcer Johnny Ola, and I've got news for you, ladies. It's a new discovery. It's a way that you can wash away fat and years of age.
I'm listening.
It's Lamar Reducing Soap. Use Lamar Reducing Soap, and the results will be quick and amazing. There's nothing internal to take. Reduce any part of body desired without affecting other body parts. No dieting, no exercising. Be as slim as you wish. Lamar acts like magic in reducing double chin, abdomen, ungainly ankles, unbecoming wrists, fat arms and shoulders, large busts, or any superfluous fat on body. sold directly to you by mail, postpaid, on a money-back guarantee. Lamar Reducing Soap. Now, guys, you might want to try it too. And now, here's a man who has absolutely no need to reduce any part of his body because he is perfectly proportional. Your host, me, Johnny Ola.
Well done.
You're hosting and emceeing while Carrie is out of town. You're doing double duty, John.
Double duty, triple duty sometimes.
Lots to do.
We do have a contestant for Beat Gina.
We do. We have Kevin.
Hello, Kevin. How are you? Kevin?
Hello?
There
you go. Kevin, are you ready to play the game?
Yeah, I am.
All right, it's very, very simple. First of all, we'll toss a coin to see who goes first. You better hope that it's you because it's a big advantage to go first in this game. We play to 3 points. Now, whoever goes first, if they miss the question, the opponent will have a chance to steal the point away. And there you go. We'll go to 3 points, and then you will win what?
Tickets to the X Games and to see Deadmau5 and Sublime.
Good prize, Kevin. You ready to go?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Call it heads or tails.
Heads.
It is tails.
Oh, you're going to have to work for these X Games
That's
tickets.
terrible. I'm sorry, Kevin. All right, here we go. The first question is for Gina. Now, listen carefully, though, Kevin, because if she misses this, you'll have the chance to steal the point away.
All right.
This is Lion King trivia.
Okay.
All of this from and I believe it's all the original movie, Lion King.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Gina.
Yes.
The team that worked on Lion King was supposedly Disney's B team, who were kept busy while Disney's A team worked on which film? Was it number 1, Mickey Gets the Willies? Number 2, Dick Van Dyke is the Dancing Doodlebug? Number 3, Pocahontas? Or number 4, Escape from Diarrhea Planet?
That must be Pocahontas, Johnny.
That's correct. That's 1 point for Gina.
It is now Kevin's question.
All right, Kevin. You ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah, I am.
All right. What does rain symbolize in the second to last scene of The Lion King? Rain symbolizes something. What does it symbolize? Does it symbolize purification? Does it symbolize, that's all she wrote, folks? Does it symbolize growth? Or does the rain symbolize wetness?
Purification.
You're correct.
That is 1-1.
All right.
It is now Gina's question.
Nicely done, Kevin. All right. Gina. Here we go.
Yeah.
Gina. Yeah. What is the very first animal we see in the movie Lion King? Very first animal.
Okay.
Is it number 1, Hulk Hogan? Number 2, a unicorn? Number 3, an oyster? Or number 4, a rhinoceros?
It would be a rhinoceros.
Yes, indeed, it would be. There
All
you go.
right. That is 2-1, and Kevin's question to tie it up.
Okay, Kevin, let's see if we can tie it up here. What does Timon do to suggest that he doesn't entirely trust young Simba during Hakuna Matata? Is it number 1, he makes him wear a muzzle? Number 2, he files down his claws? Number 3, he makes him recite the Boy Scout oath? Or number 4, he asks him, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Number 1.
No, I'm sorry, he does not make him wear a muzzle. Gina?
He files down his claws.
Yes, he did.
Gina wins.
And I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh,
It's the advantage of going
man.
first. There's no margin of error if you don't go first in this game.
But you know what? The X Games is this weekend, and so we got to give these tickets away.
It's true.
You're doing us a favor, Kevin, if you take these off our hands.
Will you take them, Kevin?
Yeah, I'll also make a donation to the Road Home for like $50.
Oh, that would be
Perfect.
great.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kevin. Hang on the line, and they'll tell you how you can get your X Games tickets. Thanks for playing. Well, that's it. I've got to go home and
Soap up?
Well, I'm soaping Mrs. Ola down.
Oh, you're fine. But
Yeah,
she's
I'm
not.
good. Yeah,
I see.
We're going to soap her down. She has some ungainly ankles that she needs to take care of.
Ah.
See you later.
Hi, Johnny.
All right. Big boy news and opinioendo now, brought to you by...
Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at the coolest venues in town. Don't miss Polyrhythmics with Super Bubble on Saturday, June 28th at the State Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
I didn't do this on purpose, but there's this. I'll start out with a Disney story here. Rachel Zegler, I guess it is, the star of Disney's live-action Snow White, opened up about dealing with the backlash to her social media posts, some of which reportedly alarmed Disney executives prior to the movie's release. Zegler, who notably faced initial criticism after Disney cast her, a non-white actor, in the remake of Snow White. She told ID Magazine that the takes about her were really alarming. And at times, after the criticism began to deeply impact her, her effing therapist that's seen her through all of it offered a blunt reminder. She said, "What you're going through isn't normal." That sentence did wonders for me in multiple situations in my life. So you get it, what the therapist was trying to do there. This is just
It's okay.
This is
Of course you
an
feel-
aberration.
Yeah,
This
of
is
course
an
you
aberration.
feel horrible.
Yeah.
This is a weird thing that's happening.
Ziegler revealed that she also received medication for her anxiety, saying it was truly a game changer. She said it was so bad I just wasn't functioning sometimes. I wanted to function in a way that made me feel confident and in the way I was moving through the world. She later emphasized that having a victim mindset is a choice, one that she doesn't want to make for herself. A number of Ziegler's posts sparked backlash in the lead up to the release of Snow White, one of the most expensive films ever made and now viewed as a box office bomb since it came out in March. Did either of you see it?
Nope, I didn't see it.
I know it's on Disney Plus now.
Her Always Remember Free Palestine post on Twitter reportedly led producer Mark Platt to fly her to New York to speak to her directly. She also fueled right-wing criticism when she posted F Donald Trump on her Instagram stories, calling for his supporters to never show peace in November.
It's hard because, of course, she has a right to have an opinion and
Sure.
say things.
But you think
But my guess is that
your
her
employer
yeah,
maybe
her contract,
Yeah.
with Disney. I'm
Or-
sure Disney is very specific about
or even if they're not.
Yeah,
Even if they're not.
yeah.
There are certain things that I would like to say on this on this radio show that I don't, because I'm cognizant of my employer. There are not many. I mean, but
You'll say pretty much anything.
I'll say pretty much
yeah.
anything, but there are a couple of places that I won't go.
Yeah.
An Orem father is now facing serious charges, after police say he was found asleep in a vehicle with his 4-year-old child in the front seat. The father, Jesse Manuel Vigil, arrested. Court documents say that somebody said, there's a guy passed out in a car and there's a little kid in there. When officers arrived, they found Vigil with his head bent forward and to the left, and he appeared to be texting. But the child, 4-year-old child, according to police, reached over and said, "Dad," several times without Vigil reacting.
Geez.
Officer spoke with Mr. Vigil, said his eyes were glassy and bloodshot, and his speech was slurred. They ran Vigil through some sobriety tests, and, yeah, he was under the influence of something. He was unsafe to drive, and so, yeah. Oh, and they found a THC vape in his pocket. And so they searched the vehicle. They discovered that the booster seat on the front passenger seat was easily moved and unsecured. So he's driving around town with his kid while being high. And
I'm glad he passed out and somebody
Yeah.
noticed.
let's see, the Trump administration is being slammed for its support for a controversial immigration detention center proposed for Florida's Everglades.
They're going to stick him out in the swamp?
Yep, the critics have condemned as cruel and downright sadistic and inhumane. The proposed facility, which Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier has dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, is slated for construction in the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport. Uthmeier sparked outrage after suggesting that migrants detained at the site would risk encountering alligators and pythons in surrounding wetlands if they attempted to escape.
Well, that makes good for a movie that we're casting, because that's what this whole administration's about.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, he boasted in a video shared online. The plan is an absolute horror show, wrote Nanya Gupta, policy director at the American Immigration Council, also noting how people will be held in a facility surrounded by alligators and snakes in dangerous heat with no oversight. Others on social media called the plan diabolical and argued that with the Trump administration, cruelty is always the point.
And how do you build? I mean, all of that aside, how do you build something like
There's
that?
already something there.
There is.
Yeah, there's an airport, I guess an airport there that they don't use. An 18-year-old man who claims it was horseplay was arrested over the weekend in Harriman after police say he shot and killed another man. Alexander Agustino Finau booked into the county jail on Friday for investigation of manslaughter. Harriman police were called to the scene on a report of a 22-year-old man being shot. While en route, multiple 911 calls were received from individuals at the scene, including the victim's mother, the suspect, and the suspect's younger brother. According to police booking affidavits, during the call with dispatch, Mr. Finau stated that the shooting was accidental and that he didn't know what to do. When emergency crews arrived at home, they found Bridger Eilers had been shot in the chest. Paramedics attempted life-saving measures, but Mr. Eilers was pronounced dead at the scene. When police talked to Mr. Finau, he spontaneously stated multiple times that the shooting was an accident. And that may very well be, but he said it was horseplay. We were fooling around with guns. Yeah. Salt Lake police have charged a man with intentionally swerving at a 24-year-old man riding an e-bike in Taylorsville and knocking him over. Scott Michael Ryan is charged in 3rd District Court with aggravated assault and other charges. Taylorsville police responded to a crash, reported a Jeep drove on the wrong side of the road and intentionally struck the victim. So he made it a point to get on the other side of the road and hit the victim, who was riding an electric bicycle. The victim fell from the bike, rolled, and struck his head on the curb, causing him to lose consciousness and bleed from his ears.
Amazing he didn't die.
Yeah. Ryan followed the victim in. So when questioned, Ryan said the victim ran a red light.
Okay.
And it caused me to brake really hard to avoid a collision. So I followed him into a parking lot. We got into an argument. The victim got back on his bike and rode away, but Ryan said, I followed him in the car, and I hit him with the car. Ryan admitted he drove on the wrong side of the road and that both he and the victim were swerving at each other, and I should have just driven away, he said.
Yes, you should have.
But he didn't.
That's always the best course.
Yeah. He chose to engage, and now the guy is in serious condition in the hospital. Let's see. Here's a woman has been arrested and charged after officials say she tried to start fires at 2 businesses in Sugar House. Abigail Joan Villanueva.
Why was she doing this?
Charged with attempted aggravated arson. Other charges, according to documents. A police officer was, no, don't burn down the D's.
Not the D's.
The D's restaurant on 7th East.
Isn't it our last D's?
No, there's a couple others there.
The one in Redwood, I think, is still there.
Okay.
He was told that it was vandalism in progress. When he arrived, he found a female suspect, tried to apprehend her. The suspect, later identified as Ms. Villanueva, fought back. And fought back hard, trying not to be arrested, but the cop was able to overpower and apprehend her. 2 days before, on June 15th, the fire department investigator had been called to the scene of a fire a fire that was lit at that location. It didn't cause a dangerous fire. So surveillance camera showed Ms. Villanueva visiting D's on that day. I don't know, she's got something against the D's, I guess.
She's got a beef with D's?
I guess. Where are my 10-cent hamburgers? I mean, let's go to D's. Let's all go to D's. I mean, that's what Daddy says, and the family all agrees. It's because hamburgers, they used to have the specials where it was 10 cents.
That was the fast food place, not the family restaurant.
Yeah. Employees told law enforcement that there were people in the building at the time she tried to set it on fire. Let's see. It doesn't say she gives no. The story gives no reason that she gives.
Perhaps
for doing it.
She's not in a state to give a real reason why that.
Well, I don't know. She's got something against the D's. I'd like to know what it is. All right, that's it.
Okay. Sports weather traffic?
Sports brought to you by Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium. It's finally surfaced. See Shark Kingdom 3D on the giant IMAX screen. Snap a selfie with the 11-foot shark. Enjoy shark-themed snacks and gifts. It's happening all summer long. Major League Baseball has revealed its latest update in voting for the 2025 All-Star Game on Monday, and the two reigning MVPs are leading the way. New York Yankees star slugger Aaron Judge and Los Angeles Dodgers two-way star Shohei Ohtani are leading the overall vote getters, as you might suspect. Just a few days left before phase one of the voting closes. You can go to MLB.com/vote if you would like to vote. Yesterday, you had the Orioles over the Rangers 6-0. Braves beat the Mets 3-2. Mariners 11, Twins 2. Cardinals 8-2 over the Cubs. Nationals 10-6 over the Padres. Reds 6-1 over the Yankees. Pirates 5-4 over the Brewers. Diamondbacks 10, White Sox 0, and Angels 9, Red Sox 5. That's your sports weather, brought to you by Salt Lake Acting Company's summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives of the Salt Lake Hive, runs June 25th through August 17th. This production is a cabaret-style show with table seating and theater seats. You can bring your own food and drink. Get tickets at saltlakeactingcompany.org. We are slightly warming up. Today, 64, currently going to be 83 for a high today, overnight low 15. Tomorrow, 86. We'll be back up in the 90s by Thursday and could be flirting with 100. Hey, 100.
Hi, 100. Hey, 100, baby. How's it going?
For the weekend. Traffic, we've got a stalled vehicle in northbound I-15 just after Bangor Highway in Draper. 3 left lanes are blocked. Highway patrols arrived on the scene of a disabled vehicle. 123rd South exit in Draper. Traffic is crawling coming out of Utah County. Let's see, we have a crash, multi-vehicle crash southbound Bangor Highway at the top of the on-ramp from 70th South going to 78th South. Wow, just trying to go northbound out of Utah County into Draper, it's completely stopped for a long stretch there I'm seeing on the UDOT cameras. What are you seeing out there? You can text us and let us know. 33986. Cascade Collision Repair, Utah's leader for certified repairs. Get a free estimate online at cascadecollision.com or in person, including the newest location in West Valley City.
Hey, 100, you think you're such hot stuff. Why don't you come up and see me sometime? Hmm? Hey, 100.
Bill's flirting with 100.
I'm flirting with 100.
All right. Just after these messages, we're going to have a nice little Utah word of the day. And then coming up after that, it'll be the Utah or the Boner recap. So stick around for all of that. KXRK Provo.
You should keep resisting the dance party.
I just
Don't
I
fight the
can't-
dance party.
I can't dance.
Well,
you don't have to be good at it.
I won't dance. Don't ask me.
Do it when no one's looking.
Yeah, that's the secret because nobody wants to see it.
What about like slow dancing? Like romantic dancing? How about that kind of dancing?
Well, I can hang on to a woman. Yeah,
I can hang on to a
And I can
rock
rock back and forth.
Yeah, I
That's
can do that.
dancing?
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
You can do that.
That's my slow dancing. I hang on to her. You just move me around.
I would like to learn how to like couples dance.
Would you really?
I would.
Like ballroom dancing?
No, I mean just like yeah, just be able to, if you're at a party or a wedding or something and there's dancing, to be able to dance with my husband and
You
like
don't
know
know
a
how to
few-
do that?
I mean, other than doing what Carrie's doing,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
it would be nice to.
The Frankenstein dance.
Yeah, it's essentially Frankenstein.
I mean, I don't want them to, swing dance and flip me
Yeah.
up in the air. No, I just mean,
Jitterbug.
no, just a little.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever been at a wedding where there's always a couple or two that know what they're doing?
Yeah,
and you look at them and go, I wish.
No, I always think, God, those people are nerds.
It looks nice.
Everybody is secretly loathing and envious.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Oh.
No, I gave up on, or dancing gave up on me a long time ago.
Well, a texter asks, is there a dance that you can do while seated? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's something you could look into.
Okay.
Oh, there's a Tasmanian chair dance.
There's a Tasmanian
The Tasmanian chair dance.
What's the dance they do at the Jewish weddings when you sit in the chair and
the
they
tarantella.
They walk you around the room?
I don't think that's just for
No?
everybody. No, I think you have to be a special guest.
Yeah.
I could sit in the chair and they could carry me around the room.
I think that's the tarantella.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
I love
do
that
believe
because
it.
I love that pasta.
And it's that's a translation of tarantula, and you dance around like you're stomping on tarantulas.
What?
I believe. Again,
Why carrying the chair? I
don't know. That's something I have no knowledge of, but I think that dance is the tarantella.
I was told once by a Hare Krishna that Krishna is responsible for all forms of dance.
Oh.
Because he was killing a many-headed snake, stomping on it with his feet.
Yeah.
It's Italian.
Tarantella is Italian,
Yes.
that's right. But they do it isn't that what they call the dance they do at Jewish weddings?
No.
No.
Okay.
The Romans used to do that dance, the tarantella.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Rel. Rel. Now let's listen as a Utah man uses the word rel. We'll listen into an interview being conducted by a reporter for the Club Car Quarterly, a journal for train enthusiasts.
Yes, Mr. Bundy.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard the woman earlier say I'm from Club Car Quarterly.
Oh, that was my secretary told me that.
Yes, journal for train enthusiasts. I think you may have heard of us.
Yep.
Well, I'm here in town in Salt Lake City, covering the.
Well, how do you like it here?
Well, it's a nice weather today.
It
Very
is.
nice weather today. I'm here covering the Golden Spike anniversary.
Well, that's a big deal.
Well, it's a big deal to
It's a
us.
big deal.
At Club, pardon me?
It's a very big deal.
Well, it's very important to us at Club Car Quarterly, I can tell you that.
I understand.
Now, I'm curious. I was sent your information. How is it a man like you knows so much about trains?
Well, I spent a lot of time hoboing.
Hoboing.
I was for a part of my life. I was a hobo. I would find these empty box cores, and I would ride the rails.
Pardon me?
I would ride the rails in the empty box cores.
Okay, let me write that down.
I'd come from Evanston. I'd go from Evanston to Rock Springs, and then I'd go down to Salt Lake City riding the rails.
Pardon me?
Riding the rails.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Okay. Now, I understand. Maybe you can help me with some of this history. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, you mean the Mormons?
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to call them that anymore.
Well,
they had a lot to do with this part of the route railroad followed from, I believe it's Nauvoo, Illinois, to Promontory.
Went right along the old Mormon Trail.
Pardon me?
Went right along the old Mormon Trail.
Okay.
You can follow ports of that trail up to Corinne, places like that. You can go right up to where they drove the Golden Spike.
All right, let me write that down. That'll be important for the article. I'm just curious. You're a banker, sir. How did you? I don't understand the how you made it from being a hobo to a banker.
It's a long story. Well, you see, hoboing got kind of tough.
Tough.
So I went into the banking business. Well, I started down to the bottom of the pile.
Right at the you started entry level position in
Bottom
the
of the pile. I got a job, and I was a real penny pincher.
A what?
A penny pincher.
Okay.
My first banking job, I was a tiller.
Pardon me?
Tiller, take the money when the folks come in.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I will write all of this down and put it in the article. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's often said that the people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers.
Oh, now see, I blew it. That's the open, not the close. There.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah word of the day.
I was confused by that.
I was too for a moment. That was from 2019.
I'm glad he left the outtake in there.
That's perfect.
I purposely do that at times when the outtakes are just too good.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yes?
just got myself some Cheetos snack mix.
Oh.
Is that putting you where you need to be?
Or not Cheetos, Cheez-Its.
Ah.
Yeah.
We need to remind people about our the next time you can hear Carrie Jackson, actually. It's
Yes.
Salt Lake Acting Company and Radio from Hell with the Not Safe for Work podcast. It is happening this coming Sunday, the 29th, at Salt Lake Acting Company. They're doing their annual summer satire performance. They take everything that's been happening in Utah news, and there's always plenty there. It's a target-rich environment for them to skewer.
They just savage things sometimes.
It's called The Secret Lives of the Real Wives in the Salt Lake Hive. So you can see where they're going to go with that.
Can I tell you how hard that is for me to say when I talk about it on my weekend times?
It's really hard.
It is I had to practice it multiple times.
And we are going to do a performance before the performance, a Not Safe for Work podcast recording, which Carrie will be extra punchy because he will have flown in from Japan just the night before.
Yep.
And this is a matinee show, so it's earlier
And I was
going to
bring you guys some drinks because you can bring your own drinks to
Oh,
this.
thanks.
You can do a picnic and stuff. So I was
Yeah.
going to bring you guys some drinks.
Okay. You can bring canned cocktails or wine or whatever you like.
Yep.
And so this is Sunday. What time is it?
It starts at 11, I believe.
Really? That early?
Well,
our stuff
part.
starts at
Oh.
11, and then we'll go to about, I think, 12, and then 12:30 is when the matinee starts or
Okay.
something.
And anyway, so join us. I think there are only just a few tickets left. You can buy them by going to x96.com and then clicking on that banner on the front page. Also, Booze Teak is going to provide some prizes for the show. And there's a place called Etta Pace. It's Place. Etta Place Cidery. They're going to provide cider samples for everybody.
I love ciders.
Their tagline is Etta got away with everything, and we are too. The only alcohol producer between Moab and Zion.
Yeah, there's an interesting story about her. She's a real person, and maybe we dive into this more on the podcast.
Etta Place. Apparently, she was like a Sundance Kid's kind of,
We might even have a guest for a moment from.
Yeah, let's save that story for the Not Safe for Work podcast.
So we'll have some cider for you. But bring your own stuff, too. I mean, these are just samples.
Yeah, you can bring your own drink and your own little picnic. And if you can't make it to our performance, because there are only a few tickets left, this is going on, let's see, what are the run dates for it?
It's going on through I have
August 17th. So June 25th through August 17th. So you'll have another chance to see it if you can't come in while we're doing it. But try to come while we're there for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I think so. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited, and then finding out that at a place cidery, I'm a sucker
You're
for
a
ciders.
sucker for cider?
I love ciders, so I'm excited about that one.
Katie's excited about cider.
I am. Redheads and cider, we go together.
So to get your tickets, go to x96.com. There's a banner at the top. Click on that, and then there's a big black button that says "Buy tickets here."
Yes. All right, coming up after these messages and a song, we've got the Boner Recap, and we need you to call 877-602-9696. Call and guess who won the Boner this morning, and you could win
tickets to see All Time Low October 16th at the Union.
All right, call in to win those All Time Low tickets, 877-602-9696. Oh, final traffic, Gina.
Yeah, it's a mess trying to go northbound I-15 out of Utah County. 3 left lanes are blocked as Highway Patrol has arrived on the scene of a disabled vehicle northbound I-15 approaching 123rd South exit in Draper. It is a complete stop. If you haven't left yet and you need to go north, I would wait. Looks like this is going to be an issue for a bit to get things, even if they after they move that car, to get them back moving again. Lane closure alert. I-80 Parley's Canyon from milepost at 130 to 131 and 134 to 137. Eastbound will have 1 lane closed until 9 p.m., 2 lanes closed until 4 a.m. for paving. Similar work's going to continue over the next few weeks, so just be aware of that. That's traffic.
All right. Again, boner recap coming up just after these messages and a song. 877-602-9696. Renaissance Ranch.
Yes, the Renaissance Ranch. They've been in business over 20 years. Very highly rated addiction recovery program at Renaissance Ranch. I've met these people, the people who own it. They are sincere and very, very dedicated to helping people who are suffering from addictions to drugs and or alcohol. Sometimes it's both. And they know that it's hard to reach out for help, but you can do it. They're very understanding at Renaissance Ranch. They offer residential and outpatient services, and they're staffed by recovering addicts, people who know what the struggle is. They know what you're going through at Renaissance Ranch. Their program is designed for male patients specifically, and they have a free consultation that you can check out. So just go to renaissanceranch.com for the free consultation. And also, what's very nice about it, they do accept most private insurance plans and Medicaid. Listen, on Saturday, I was doing an event with Ken Sanders Rare Books. We get together once a month and we discuss a certain author. We invite an audience to come in to Ken Sanders, and we discuss. So we're discussing this book by Willa Cather, who was a writer in the early part of the 1900s. She died in 1947, but she wrote several books. And Gina, you would love this book.
What's that?
Well, My Antonia. It was written and published in 1918 by Willa Cather, and it's a story of an orphan boy from Virginia and the elder daughter of a family of Bohemian immigrants in Nebraska. He's orphaned, and so he goes to live with his relatives in Nebraska as a young boy, and it's his experiences growing up in Nebraska. And you would really enjoy it. It's like Little House on the Prairie, kind of, sort of.
Have to find it.
So I'm reading this novel, My Antonia, and I come across this passage where he's talking about his family has 2 bulls. And one of the bulls is named Brigham Young.
Wow.
And I
really?
What? That's odd. So I start looking up why is a bull named Brigham Young in My Antonia? Well, here's what Willa Cather had to say about that in a letter to her editor.
Okay.
Her editor had sent her a note saying, we have a special order of books, and they want you to change the name of the bull. She says, well, seriously, I am willing to change the name of my bull to Andrew Jackson for this edition of 1,000 copies only. Okay. I do this as an accommodation to you, the editor, not for $500. So the editor says they'll give you $500 if you do it, and then we'll make more money on selling the book. She says, but because you helped me save Antonia from Grant Wood. Well, what she means by that, Grant Wood, the famous artist who did American Gothic, there was a move afoot to have him illustrate My Antonia when it first came out. Well, she hated Grant Wood. She didn't like his art. She thought it was terrible, and she said no. And the editor stood up to everybody, and somebody else ended up illustrating it. But she says, please, when you return from Florida, write me an agreement signed by yourself and another officer of the company to the effect that the bull's name is to be changed for 1,000 copies only. My father's 2 bulls were named Gladstone and Brigham Young. I like both names, and it refers to their disposition. Gladstone was stubborn, and Brigham Young to physical adequacy.
Now, I looked up, so how bulls are they really? One bull, mature bull, who is very fertile, can service at least 50 cows, impregnate at least 50 cows. So that's kind of where she's going with Brigham Young.
I see.
So, but why did the proposal to change the name of the bull Brigham Young come up in the first place?
Was it for books?
A bookseller in Utah wanted to buy for some special market 1,000 copies of My Antonia at the full regular wholesale price. Transaction would give Willie Cather $500 in royalties, which is a pretty good sum of money at the time. The bookseller pointed out that the fact that the two bulls in the novel are named Gladstone and Brigham Young, he said that would make the book unsuitable for my purposes, and would you please change the name? Now, there's no, I tried to find out, but they say there's really no other evidence of whether that really happened or not, whether she ended up changing it, and whether the guy, but it'd be great if there were 1,000 copies of it. What a collector's item.
Well, and I would think Ken would know if anybody would know.
He did. He said, I don't think it ever ended up happening. They didn't change the name, but I just thought that was fascinating. The bull was named Brigham Young. And it was a whole scene about the bulls fighting with each other. They'd butt their heads and fight. Said they were dehorned, and if they hadn't been dehorned, they would have killed each other. And finally, one of the ranch hands had to go out and break it up. But it's a great book, Gina.
Well,
you would really like
it up.
My Antonia, and then another one that she's famous for is O Pioneers. She wrote about the Nebraska, the Midwest, even though she ended up leaving there and going in, finally ended up living in New York for most of her 40 years or more in New York, and she was incredibly famous for her time. Now people don't really even. Yeah,
I don't know her name.
You haven't heard of her, but I'd heard the name.
I've heard of the book My Antonia. I've heard of that before, but
I'd heard the name Willie Cather, but I had no idea what kind of a writer she was or any of that, and she's great. Just such a descriptive writer. F. Scott Fitzgerald said when he won the Pulitzer Prize for The Great Gatsby, he said, it's too bad. He didn't win the Pulitzer Prize, but after it was published, he said, it's too bad. My book is a good one, but it pales in comparison to My Antonia.
Of course, Mike in Nashville points out Dave Matthews and Emmylou Harris have a song called My Antonia.
Of course they do.
Really?
Of course he pointed that out.
Yeah, there you go.
And a texter says you might have a new Utah word of the day there. Bowls.
Not bowls.
Bowls?
Bowls. BOWLS
Bowls.
instead of
Bowls.
Bowls.
That's nothing but bowl. You know what? My Antonia and O Pioneer. I've got to read some more of her stuff, but it is just.
Well, she wrote a lot.
Yeah. I think Death Comes to the Archbishop is considered one of her great books as well.
Bowls.
And she was a fascinating person. She lived with this woman whose name escapes me now. For 40 years they lived together, but never once did she ever mention sexual relationships with women.
And you mean in her writing, or
in her writing, or in her personal? Although letters, there were a bunch of letters that she and this woman exchanged over time that were destroyed. She said, "When I die, I want them burned."
Well, it's her private life.
Yeah.
All right.
$9:05.
DJ in Harriman says, "Hey," from Harriman.
Hey.
Hey.
From Harriman.
You can say that from Harriman. It's about all they have in here.
Hey.
Time to do the boner recap.
Okay.
It's a chance for you to win All-Time Low tickets. They're coming to town October 16th at the Union. Tickets are on sale now. You can get information and ticket links at x96.com.
All
All right. Who do we have?
We have Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Brian, what are you doing?
I am stuck in the wonderful traffic jam in Utah County.
Oh, no.
It's bad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So this is northbound I-15 trying to get from Utah County around Point of the Mountain, and it is at a dead stop.
How long have you been there, Brian?
About 5 minutes. I'm just passing Lehigh, so
Oh yeah, you got a ways to go, I'm afraid.
yeah.
But you are inching forward, and you're not just sitting there, right?
Yeah, I mentioned forward a little bit.
Okay. All right, listen, Brian, I'm going to read these three boner candidates we had earlier. You tell me which one was the winner, and you will get tickets to?
All-time low.
All right. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Did you hear the boner candidates earlier?
No, I'm cheating today.
All right. Well, that's okay.
We encourage cheating.
Boner candidate number one, she was delicious. Karate Kid actor, Cobra Kai TV star Martin Cove, was asked to leave a fan convention over the weekend because he bit his co-star, Alicia Hannah Kim, during a VIP meet and greet. She tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around, grabbed her arm, and bit her. And he bit her really hard. She started to cry. And apparently he realized the error of his ways, but he said, well, I was just playing around. And he was asked to leave the event, which he did. Boner candidate number two was, well, sure, a kid lost some toes there, but they're not doing anything illegal. This is the story of a daycare down in Cedar City. They lost their license to be a daycare after an employee accidentally ran over a 3-year-old's foot and severed several of the kid's toes with an electric lawnmower. So the daycare lost their license, but they can still operate, and there's still kids there. They're still taking care of kids or allegedly taking care of them. And then boner candidate number three, the Hetero Awesome Fest flops in Boise, a self-proclaimed celebration of family values and
This makes me happy. This makes me so
heterosexual awesomeness incorporated. About over a 2-day event, like 50 people maybe showed up. And this is put on by a bar up in that area, a bar that also has a Beers for Breeders night and Flat Earth Society meetings. And anyway, so those were the three candidates. Brian, who was the winner?
Number three.
Yes, indeed, number three. All right, you were going to win those tickets. We'll put you on hold, and somebody will tell you what you need to do next. But be safe, and I hope you get through the traffic jam safely and in time. Are you going to be late for work or something?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Not your fault.
Fine.
Do you need us to call your boss?
No, it's okay.
All right.
He's the one that texted Paula.
Hang-
Thanks, Brian. Hang on.
Hang on.
So yesterday, I don't know if you want to do this here. We have a couple minutes.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
New York Times list of 100 greatest movies of the 21st century.
Oh, it kind of faked us out.
Well, yeah, they're letting out like 10 or 15 a day. So I thought we would every day do the next.
What group?
Next
What
few
group
on
do
the
we
list.
have?
We'll start with 80 on
Okay.
the list,
And go up.
and yeah.
Okay.
Number 80 is Volver. This is a Pedro Almodovar with Penelope Cruz.
I saw that movie. It's good.
79 is Tree of Life, Terrence Malick.
And Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah. And Sean Penn. 78, After Sun. I know that was nominated for a bunch of awards. It's Paul Mescal. He was nominated for Best Actor for that.
I don't know anything about that movie.
Number 77, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We all saw that.
Yeah, I really like that.
76, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Not my favorite Coen Brothers movie, but
If you watch it again, you'll like it
I
more.
constantly quote that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tim Blake Nelson is in it. George Clooney.
Damn, we're in a tight spot every time.
Number 75, Amour. I don't know this.
No, I
this
don't know
is, I believe, a French film, as you would think by
Really?
Amour. But Amour could be English. They could just call it that. Number 74, The Florida Project. That is a hard movie.
Really good.
Which one?
It's the Florida Project. It's
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe is in. He's the caretaker of this motel where this mother and these little girls live.
It's like
And it's
outside
like in
of the Disney.
Yeah,
Disney
in the
World.
shadow
Oh,
of
okay.
Disney World. kind of.
Interesting.
They can see the lights.
73, Ratatouille. Love Ratatouille.
I have a cheese bucket hat from Disneyland. I wanted to get Remy that could magnetize on top of it. Ratatouille is one of my favorite movies in the world.
To go back to the Florida Project, the guy who directed that just won the Academy Award for Best Picture for the one with Mikey
Madsen.
Madsen. And what's the name?
Sean
of it?
Baker.
Sean Baker. The name.
Honora.
Honora. Yeah.
Let's see, number 72, Carol. This is a Todd Haynes movie with Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. It says here you can call it the lesbian Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, his movies are usually very stylized too.
Number 71, Ocean's 11. I love Ocean's 11, and I will watch. And if I run across it, I will watch it.
Yep.
I don't care what point it's at.
It's not as good as Ocean's 8.
70, Let the Right One In. This is a
which one?
The original one.
Yeah.
Danish.
The Danish. This is a vampire kid.
Yeah, very scary.
And then they redid it for American audiences. I think.
And I think it was Chloe Moretz. Moretz that did it.
And I only saw the original, but I understand the remake of the American one was okay.
It's not bad.
69, Under the Skin. I don't know this. It's a Jonathan Glazer movie, and it has Scarlett Johansson in it. She plays an alien.
Oh, yeah.
I do not have any memory of this movie whatsoever. It says Scarlett Johansson plays an alien with a come-hither stare that makes men shed their clothes and follow her into a liquid void.
Okay.
No memory of that. 68, Hurt Locker. This is Catherine Bigelow. She was the first woman to win Best Director.
Pretty compelling movie.
She's James Cameron's ex-wife, I believe. 67, Tar. This is Cate Blanchett again. She's the conductor.
Oh, yeah.
66, Spotlight. This was the movie about newspaper movie based on actual events. This is the child sex abuse scandal
in Boston.
Best Picture Oscar winner there. 65, Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer.
Great movie.
64, Gone Girl. What a great movie. Really, really good. Rosamund Pike is in that. It's based on the Gillian Flynn book, which is also really good. Read all of her books. She needs to write more books. Like
it's really good until Tyler Perry comes in as Medea. It just kind of ruins the movie for me.
He's in it, but he's not Medea in it. But he is in it. Let's see, 63, Little Miss Sunshine. This was a Sundance movie that ended up doing very well outside of that. No, not Danny DeVito. Now that you said that, I'm not going to think of his name.
Alan Arkin.
That's it.
Good job.
62, Memento, another Christopher Nolan film. If you haven't seen it, you really need to see that. Guy Pearce. 61, Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yep, sounds about right.
Love that one. That's the best of the Kill Bills, I think.
Yeah.
And that's it. So this is the New York Times list of the 100 greatest movies of the 21st century. So they're dropping like 20 a day, it looks like. So we'll do.
And it wasn't just their opinion. They talked to interviewed lots of directors and actors and kind of gathered data and put it together.
So they'll drop some more tomorrow. We'll do some more tomorrow.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back with some big boy news and opinioendo. Stockton 12 Honda.
Your neighborhood Honda dealer, Stockton 12 Honda, in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. You know, their service department at Stockton 12 is just par excellence. And it doesn't matter if you bought your car at Stockton 12 Honda or not. You can still use their service department, and they have same-day service available. Call them today, and you can probably get in today. Also, they have mobile repair service at Stockton 12 Honda. They will come to you. I think they can do oil changes and things like that at your work, so you don't have to take time out to go to the dealership. Their service pricing is just look at online and see how it compares to the competition. Go to Stockton, the number 12 Honda, and check it out. And check out the Honda Express service. It's quick, easy, affordable for oil changes, tire rotations, brake inspections, all of that stuff. Again, it's Stockton, the number 12 Honda.com. They're in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. I'm just still, again, I'm surprised at that 1-1.
Yeah.
Because the baby goat was egregious, and it was a cute goat.
It pulls at the heartstrings, but number one he's a monster.
Goats are adorable. I like watching videos of the little baby goats in pajamas jumping
Mm-hmm.
around.
Yeah.
But don't look at their eyes too closely.
They go crosswise.
They got creepy eyes.
That's why people think they're satanic.
Yes.
I was walking through my neighborhood once. Oh, this has been several years ago now, and for some reason, somebody had 2 baby goats in their front yard, and we stopped and kind of played with them. And what they liked to do the most was butt you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they with their heads. They were all into that. And I mean, these were just little, by the size of a dog.
Oh yeah,
little baby goats. They were cute as hell. But would you knock it off? Jeez.
Oh, they don't stop at all. Me and my wife were visiting her parents in Vernal recently, and they had some friends who recently had baby goats, which are just kids, right?
Well, that's what they call them.
Yeah, they were doing the same thing. They were I mean, they didn't go above my knee, but they just kept running into my shin. They were nipping on every little edge of my clothes, and they're adorable as hell, though.
Now, I've never been around fainting goats. But a salesperson who used to work with us, Pam, had fainting goats.
She had some.
And she lives up in the Park City area, and I never got to see them. But, they actually, when if you make a noise or come at them, they faint.
Or say a swear.
Maybe if you use...
Oh, that's different. That's a pearl-clutching goat. That's a different one.
Yeah.
That's mostly the legislature.
The outrage goat.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think that's just so interesting that they've... And I guess it's a response of they like playing dead. Well, you won't do anything to me if I play dead.
Oh, so they're not actually fainting.
They are kind of.
They're feigning the fainting.
Well, no, they actually do kind of black out.
Go to YouTube and look up fainting goats. And you'll see what we're talking
it's
about.
It's very odd.
I'll spend the rest of the show doing this.
And I don't think they get very big, do they? Aren't they?
I don't think so. I think they're small. Yeah. They're a smaller breed of goat.
But goats, they do have creepy eyes.
Yeah,
very creepy.
It's the eyes.
And they can be pretty nasty too. Pretty mean.
Oh, they can be mean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at a best of fainting goats compilation.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Mashup.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat room just put a GIF of one in there now. There's
okay.
a big goat scaring a small herd of the little goats.
Oh.
And the little goats, most of them just drop.
Oh, I
so
see.
funny.
I see. It's the little brother tactic where you lay down on the ground and you're like, you won't hit me if I'm here.
Boom. They do. They just drop. Boom. It's quite amusing.
Evil eyes, though.
And I think Pam said it's really not nice to.
No.
You can make them do it, but you shouldn't.
Julie says their muscles seize up.
Mm.
So I guess they get so scared they just go.
That one looks pretty stiff when he falls down.
Their legs are stiff and their back is arched, like they can't move, obviously. But
pearl clutching goats are part of Nanny Nation.
Ah, there
Nanny
you go.
Goats.
I got it.
See.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, Texter.
That's good.
Pharmacy welcomes Express Scripts, Medicare D, and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. You can transfer prescriptions at smithsfoodanddrug.com/payer update.
Well, the much anticipated post-apocalyptic horror film 28 years later is finally in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. The movie already has a score of 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sweet.
Directed by Danny Boyle, the film is the sequel to 28 Days Later. And sort of. It really is more of a sequel to... Oh, yeah, that's correct. I get them mixed up. There's 28 days later,
weeks.
28 weeks later.
So,
28.
days, weeks, years.
So it is a sequel to 28 Days Later. They sort of almost don't mention
28 weeks.
28 weeks.
So
later.
if I'm going to watch it before I go see this, rewatch, I only need to rewatch maybe 28 days later.
Yeah.
I don't have to rewatch 28.
But you don't even have to do that, really.
Oh.
They sum it up for you. But I'd say rewatch it because it starred Cillian Murphy, came out in 2002.
And they're damn good.
Mm-hmm. The second one?
The first one. The first one.
The first movie saw Cillian's character, a bicycle courier, wake up 28 days after a contagious virus has been released, causing chaos in Great Britain. The latest movie, which the Irish actor Cillian Murphy is not starring in, picks the story up 28 years later, focuses on a small group of survivors. In this latest film, the group is pursued by the Alpha, a zombie who is presumably the leader of the infected, and he is physically bigger than them. Now, despite the engaging storyline, fans can't help but notice a unique feature of the Alpha zombie. He's naked.
Okay.
And he has a very large...
Well, if everything's big.
Yeah. Which led to one joking that the film should have been called 28 Inches Later.
Oh, jeez.
A fan wrote, saw the film, loved the film. Friend called me to ask my opinion, and all I could say was, I saw it was this zombie dong fest.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it is quite prominent.
Right.
But I mean, it didn't distract me from the film, I guess. But you do kind of notice. You can't help but notice it on occasion.
Okay.
Yeah, and this guy is this zombie guy is always naked, and it's, and the fact that he is naked and it's just everything is out there makes it sort of more creepy.
I'm sure.
Makes it more creepy because he didn't care. Because he's a zombie.
He didn't care.
He didn't care.
Put some clothes on, zombie.
His idea, his main purpose is to eat these people.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see what else we have going on here. I got to flip to this file. Oh, I don't want you to miss this. Get out your pencils, your calendars.
Okay.
The 2025 lineup for the Gathering of the Juggalos has been unveiled.
Oh, yes.
You know, that happens at Legend Valley, where Lost Lands is held.
25th anniversary edition of Insane Clown Posse's annual festival. 25 years of Insane Clown Posse that will see the horrorcore duo performing alongside numerous acts this year, most notably Gwar.
Oh, okay.
The gathering will be held at Legend Valley in Thornville, Ohio.
There will always be a dinosaur there, Becky the Brontosaurus.
Live performances of this year's Gathering of the Juggalos will be separated across 3 stages: the legendary stage, the iconic stage, and the detonation stage.
Will they paint a clown face on the Brontosaurus?
God, no. They can't reach it.
There's
life size.
There's also going to be an additional comedy stage. The legendary stage will see Insane Clown Posse running through a couple of sets over 4 days, including one celebrating the Wraith Shangri-La era, which I remember fondly. Gwar, Belushi, Speedball. Fight
That's a
from
terrible
Within.
name.
Fight from Within, Immortal Technique, and Tech 9 will also perform on that stage. Others included Green Jelly, the Mary Tyler Whores. Oh, Lord.
I'm just stuck on Belushi Speedball.
I will say, I've watched videos of Gathering of the Juggalos, and Legend Valley is a very special place to me, obviously. And it's kind of disgusting what they do to my poor, beautiful place.
But they obviously clean it up.
Well, not them, but the
Oh.
workers do.
Yeah.
Unlike Lost Lands, where we pick up our trash.
Yeah.
Now, Barbara Streisand might not be returning to her role as Roz Fokker for Meet the Parents 4. Oh, my God.
I didn't even know there was a fourth.
They'd have to pay me a lot of money because I didn't get paid what the other people got paid.
She did.
And I'm pissed off, she said. She's 83 now and really bitchy.
That's your agent's fault, Barbara.
This was in the time when women were getting paid less than men. She further claimed that the head of Universal at the time, Ron Meyer, he actually sent me a bonus check following my role. It was sweet of him to do that. Come on, Roz Fokker. What would the movie be without Roz Fokker?
She's one of the parents that
No
you're
kidding.
meeting. It's right in the title.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez preparing to tie the knot in Venice, Italy. Later this week, not everybody's rolling out the welcome mat. Earlier this month, a group gathered to protest the couple's upcoming wedding. Signs, posters, stickers also have gone up around Venice's historic center reading "No Space for Bezos," featuring a rocket image and a nod to his Blue Origin space tourism company. Protest banners were also hung from some of the city's famed sites, including the Rialto Bridge and Venice's iconic St. Mark's Square. Amid the ongoing protests, Mayor Luigi Bungriano told the Associated Press that the city were very proud to host the wedding.
They're paying us a lot of money.
He said he hoped he had the I hope I can meet Mr. Bezos. I'd like to meet him. I don't know if he will, if I will have time, or if he will to meet and shake hands. But it's an honor that they chose Venezia. Venezia once again reveals itself to be a global stage, he said. This week in Venice, protesters are demanding that Bezos pay more taxes.
Yeah, sure.
Ahead of his lavish, star-studded wedding.
Seems fair.
I mean, you know, I understand them being upset, but I would imagine this is putting a lot of money into the Venetian economy. Greenpeace, a global environmental organization, deployed a giant banner at St. Mark's Square, also known as Piazza San Marco, displaying a picture of the billionaire laughing alongside the words, "If you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax."
I agree.
So it's going to disrupt the city for sure. 3 days of Lawrence Sanchez. Brad Pitt is opening up about entering Alcoholics Anonymous. He made an appearance on Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, who I really can't stand, where they spoke about getting to know each other in an AA meeting. I just thought it was incredible. Men sharing their experiences, their foibles, their missteps, their wants, their aches, and a lot of humor with it. I thought it was a really special experience, he explained. He also shared that while he was a bit shy coming to the AA group, he didn't hesitate about opening up. I was pretty much on my knees, and I was really open. This was after his breakup with Angelina Jolie, and I guess he turned to the bottle. I really don't care, and I find Dax Shepard pretty distasteful.
He's sober too, so they were having sober chat, which is nice.
Yes.
Let's see. Indiana Fever guard Sophia Cunningham is getting gelling rather quite nicely with her new teammates this season.
Yeah, Ed Brass was talking about this yesterday.
Her pregame outfit before Sunday's matchup against the Las Vegas Aces proves that point. Her shirt in particular had quite the cheeky message of just how tight she is with a certain duo. Cunningham was recently seen her popularity in the WNBA grow after defending Caitlin Clark on the court against the Connecticut Sun. She donned a shirt with herself, Clark, and fellow guard Lexi Hull on it with the words, "Tres leches," 3 milks. Saying she's, however, in the spirit of athletes showcasing their support and bond with teammates, Cunningham leaves no reason to doubt how much she really does love the women in the locker room that she plays with on and off the court. They've been seen out palling around. Yeah, they've become very close chums. And Cunningham is a pretty big. I mean, she's big. She's a really nice looking woman.
She's a basketball player,
but I mean, she's very tall and she's
beautiful.
She looks tough.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
But she looks tough. And I just if people mess with Caitlin Clark, who seems a little frail sometimes.
She's not frail. They're just beating up on her. She's not frail at all.
Caitlins are strong.
Yeah.
I'm biased, but
I guess you probably, I understand that. Let's see.
One more.
On Friday, June 20th, the Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl joined with the former bassist for the Pixies on stage at Roundhouse in London. Kim Deal and Dave Grohl have performed a track together a handful of times over the years. They do the Breeders. They do the Pixies song "Gigantic," and apparently that's the only song they did, and they've done it together several times. And people really enjoy that when it happens. Kim Deal has a solo album, "Nobody Loves You More," that came out just last year. And Foo Fighters released their 11th album, but here we are in 2023. So, all right, that's it.
23 or 25?
2023.
That was
That's
23?
The last,
Oh,
That's
okay.
the last time they released an album.
Got it. Weather?
70 right now, going to get up to a high of 83, so we're still unseasonably cool, but we are warming up. 86 tomorrow, 93 Thursday. We're flirting with 100 by the weekend, it looks like. Now through, no, this is not correct, because it's now through June 22nd.
No.
Big O Tires, you should go there and buy tires and do other car things at Big O Tires.
They have the
18
lowest.
Trust.
They have the lowest price on every tire every day.
They sure do. All right, coming up after these is our wellness check.
We don't really have. Well, I guess we could.
Do you want a quick
jump on a list quickly?
We're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, we are
huh?
a little late, aren't we?
Let's see. Well, because I don't have time to tell you 55 things women over 40 shouldn't have in their home. That's 55.
55 things.
So how about I do? People who lack self-awareness frequently say these 14 things. It's fewer things.
Okay. People who lack awareness.
Lack self-awareness.
Okay.
I'm just being brutally honest.
No, you're being a dick.
Yeah. Exactly. No, you're.
Yeah. You don't.
Carrie said.
Yeah.
Let's see. The next one is now a couple of these as I'm reading through. These are things that I say.
Okay.
And I say this one. I really hate drama. And I do. And
I do.
And you know this about me.
Yes.
And I know this about you. I truly hate drama. Now, this says the classic drama averse, yet somehow drama surrounded person. It's a bit like someone who says they hate soap operas but know every plot twist.
No.
If you find yourself always in the eye of the drama storm, maybe it's time to ask, am I the common denominator here?
No, because I have removed all the dramatic people from my life.
Yeah.
And some of these people are blood relatives.
I guess there are people that say that, but they really are involved in it.
Yeah.
I also say this. I don't care what people think of me. I care what a few people think of me. I care what you think of me.
Yeah,
I care what my husband thinks of me.
Yeah, there are some people I do care. The majority, I don't.
But generally,
Yeah.
You can like me or not. I don't care. I'm not like other people. This line is all about celebrating uniqueness, which is awesome, but it can also accidentally tip over into I'm the main character in this story.
Exactly.
You really
Yes.
should pay attention to me. Let's see. I'm not judgmental, but yes, you are. And I won't say that because I absolutely admit that I'm judgmental.
I am too.
I 1,000%. I just tell it like it is.
No, you're being a dick.
Yeah,
again.
that's kind of like saying you're brutally honest.
Yeah.
People just don't understand me. You're not that complicated.
You're really not.
an enigma wrapped in a
Yeah.
riddle and no one gets
You're just a dick.
No. I'm too old / too young for this. Don't say that.
Yeah,
I'm a people pleaser. I kind of used to be, I think, a people pleaser.
I'm always suspicious of people who say I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah. Have your own opinions on things. And,
Yeah.
And finally, this is the apropos of this show. Oh, I don't care about politics.
That's what this texter was trying to tell me.
I don't care. You should.
You should.
It's your life and the people you care about's
Yes.
life and the community you live in.
They're passing laws that affect you.
Yeah.
You should care. And you should be outraged when they... Oh, okay. Never mind. Thank you.
Just a quick list.
Quick
Tiny
list.
list.
I liked that. Thank you very much.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 9:35. It is time for our wellness check. Brought to you by
Nightingale College.
Elena Wood. Good morning, Elena Wood, from Nightingale
Good
College.
morning.
Goal
Hello.
setting. Goal setting.
I know.
Why are you being grumpy about goal setting, Bill?
I had.
Why don't you have the goal to not be grumpy?
I set a goal for myself to set goals, and I didn't. Just didn't work. I don't.
Oh, This is so valid. And, I think a lot of times we kind of know the things that we should be doing, right? Like we should be getting more sleep and drinking more water and moving our body. And there's just this gap between knowing and doing, right? Sometimes the Grand Canyon is that gap. And I've been there, trust me.
I've been to the Grand Canyon too. As a matter of fact, I've been to the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, so setting goals, where do you begin?
So, a lot of times we kind of have this ambivalence or kind of resistance to change. And this is one of the reasons that it makes it kind of hard to get going on those goals. And I want to let you know that this is normal and natural to have these feelings.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. It's part of this just means that the goal is important to you. If you are feeling worried about making change, it means that it matters. And so kind of lean into that, celebrate that, and then take those next steps.
Okay. All right. Well, then what?
Then what? So a lot of times we set goals that are kind of too much all at once. Tomorrow I'm going to exercise for 10 hours and I'm only going to eat broccoli and I'm going to sleep for 8 hours and, it's too much. So start small.
Take little
Scale
bites.
that back.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to do.
How do we eat an elephant?
I am going to do a push-up. This afternoon.
Well, if
I'm
that's
gonna
one,
do a push-up.
if that's one more than you did yesterday,
I haven't
then
done a
that's-
push-up in 10 years.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can even start against the wall, start on your couch or your bench so you're not going straight to the floor.
I don't like to start against the wall because I've been hearing them yell, "Get up against the wall."
Oh, no.
Too many times, so I don't do that.
Different. That's a different wall.
Yeah.
Yes, totally different.
Yeah. So just start small.
Exercise
and
one
easy.
day a week. Add a vegetable.
Exactly.
I'm going to add a vegetable to my exercise one day a week.
As you do your push-up, you take a bite of that broccoli
Yeah, exactly.
and then press yourself back up.
There you
Yep.
go. All right.
Beautiful.
Now where do we
Beautiful.
go?
Now we just go to those basics. A lot of times we think, okay, I've got to do the ice bath. I've got to do the intermittent fasting. And not that there's anything wrong with these, but scaling back and again, just keeping it simple, starting with those basics. What are the things we know we need to do? Probably drink more water, get more sleep, eat more vegetables. Change is not as flashy and sexy as we often think it needs to be.
Yeah.
Just those small, simple things.
Yeah. Years ago, I trained for a marathon, and
Wow.
I realized that it's a very difficult thing to do on your own because you're prone to injury. You don't know. Sometimes you do too much, and you don't realize you're doing too much. And
absolutely.
I think it's amazing that people do it without having a trainer. So maybe that's something to help you get to your goals.
Yeah.
To say maybe
Get
I'll
some help.
hire a trainer.
Get some help. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Working with a coach, a trainer, even just having a good friend who has the same or similar goals can really be helpful and can help keep you a little more motivated early on a Tuesday morning when you don't feel like doing anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what I had a friend. He had run a marathon before, so I trained with him and kind of and we did it. And I went and ran the St. George Marathon and then never ran another race in my life.
That's okay. If the goal was to do the one thing,
I
you
did it.
the one thing.
Yeah. One time. Let's see. What else do we need to focus on here?
Just remember, you don't have to be perfect to
thank
get
God.
started.
Bill tries to be
and the
perfect every day.
Yeah. In every day and every way, I get better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The situation doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just start exactly where you are, exactly with the resources that you have. And just know that the healthiest, happiest people, they have a lot of balance in their lives. So, some days they eat chicken and broccoli and they have a slice of cake. And some days they work out really hard, and other days they rest.
Yeah.
So just know that it doesn't have to be 100% effort 100% of the time. That's not even possible. So
don't even try.
Yeah. So don't even try. Have a beer and watch TV.
And then the next day, go on your walk and
Right.
drink your water.
There you go. There you go. Can people find these tips somewhere handy? I think
More like it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So you can learn more about Nightingale's amazing programs as well as this by visiting nightingale.edu.
All right. Thank you so much, Elena Wood.
Thank you. Have such a good day.
Okay. Talk to you again.
Bye.
It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard to do that stuff.
To have goals?
Yeah. Well, no, I
Or to
have
follow.
I have all kinds of goals. What's hard is achieving them.
To
Is getting to them.
I mean, the smaller goal is the thing. So I stopped working out after I got my gallbladder out because I had, but it has been a long time since then where I had been cleared for going back to the gym, and I have not.
I'll do it. Well, I'm maybe tomorrow.
Because it's really easy to stop doing it. It's
Yes.
hard to start going again.
I was really good after physical therapy when I tore my knee and all the fun things there. And then COVID hit, so I canceled my gym membership because there was just no point.
Oh yeah, COVID did a lot of that.
And
for
then I
sure.
just lost the effort and like the urge to go to the gym, so I'm trying to get that back.
Yeah, I need it back.
But yeah, it's hard to get back in that flow once you've just kind of.
You want me to call you? you want me to call you on the phone every day?
Bill will guilt you.
Have you gone to the gym yet?
I mean, I have been swimming the last few weeks since my
So
my
that's
pool
something.
opened,
Well,
so
that's
it's
good.
something. But
Now, are you swimming?
Or are you just floating around on a pool noodle?
no, I actually swim. I'll
like
do
do
swimming.
strokes?
I'll do
You'll
swimming back and
okay.
forth and things like that. It's a 9-foot deep end, so I just sit over there. I'll tread water. I'll do the back and forth thing. I try to kind of work out and swim.
Okay. Well, shall I call you, Gina?
Yeah, call me.
Do I need to call you?
Yeah.
Are you going to the gym today?
Yeah, bug me.
Okay.
There
You
go.
really ought to go to the gym today.
Say, hey, Squishy.
Take the dogs.
I kid myself because with the puppy now, like Riley, I could take her for one walk a day and that was plenty. The puppy needs more exercise
Oh,
than
yeah.
that. So I'm also kidding myself thinking I'm getting a lot more exercise because I have to take the dog on.
I mean, you were going on walks at least.
It's you know who's getting a lot more exercise? The dog.
Well, I hope so. I'm
You
trying
go
to wear-
you stand and watch the dog frolic.
try to wear her out.
Yeah, I get that. All right. Coming up after these messages and a song, we're going to crawl towards the exit for our Tuesday all together. KXRK Provo.
Did you?
I know you guys don't spend a lot of time on social media.
What? Only 3 or 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean, like Instagram specifically.
Yeah.
No, not much.
I should be trying harder to embrace Instagram.
Well, I don't
but
know. Things like this will send you away.
Oh, it will? Okay.
Because there's a couple of new trends.
All right.
One of them is called Vanilla Girl.
Oh, don't I know it?
Vanilla Girl. What is?
Vanilla Girl only dresses in white, beige, or very light brown. She probably wears a loose, comfy knit sweater over leggings with the short Uggs.
This can be any girl, right?
Yeah. Well, no, this is kind of a specific girl. Hair slicked back, light makeup, but she's pretty and she's blonde and she's skinny.
Well, if she's pretty, she must be blonde.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just goes together?
And she's white.
Yeah, of course.
And she's and her entire feed is her dressed in this Vanilla Girl aesthetic.
And what's the
like she
point?
looks like she smells like sugar cookies. Like it's the point is it's this look you're going for, but it's a boring look.
Yeah.
And this leaks over into sad beige baby.
Wait a
Beige
minute.
baby.
I'm looking at some Vanilla Girls here. I don't think it looks too sad.
No, I mean
I mean, hey.
No, but sad. So it's fine if you want to be a vanilla girl when you're older. But we need to stop the sad beige baby. Here's what's happening. People are buying babies beige and cream-colored clothes.
Okay.
They're decorating their nurseries in beige.
Well, I thought you meant they
They're-
were buying the actual babies.
They're buying toys. It's the natural wooden toy thing.
Yeah.
There's no color in their life, and there's a bunch of Instagram accounts like called Sad Beige Baby and
Gina, I'm under the impression that colors just confuse children.
kids need color in their
No,
life.
it just confuses them. They need two colors, black and white. That's it.
They need colors. They need that stimulation. Beige is not beige is calming.
Well,
beige
It says here the vanilla girl is the hottest thing around, Gina.
Yeah. That's like I'm saying, that's fine if you want to be a grown up vanilla girl, but don't be a sad beige baby.
More practicality. Back to beige babies. I mean, babies are just going to make messes. And if you got the white or the beige clothing on them, it's just going to show up better and stain longer.
Yeah.
So
give them
is that why you give your kids colored clothing,
with crap on the shirt
so you can get away with
yeah.
just wiping them down?
My mother gave me color clothing because it was coordinated. I knew what to put on.
You put the You put the red shirt with the red
it's
pants.
like the Garanimals,
But no, kids need color. I know it looks good for your Instagram feed because everything looks
that's what's important.
serene and perfect.
Yeah,
but babies are not. This is not
You sent me down a bad place with this.
because they're a bunch of pretty people.
No, so I go from on this website. They're showing a bunch of vanilla girls,
Mhm.
and then I look underneath it, and there's something called cottage core, which is you do everything in your picture to look like a enchanted cottage, and then there's fairy core,
There's a
where
core
you
for
wear
everything.
you wear fairy wings
Yeah.
and have little fake pointy ears
Yeah.
and.
But don't make a vanilla baby. Let your baby have some color in their life. And part of that color is a little bit of a mess. And I thought you were going to do the story today, Bill, about Marie Kondo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I just didn't get to it.
Who's you don't want mess in your-
Misorganization.
Yeah. And she's finally had children and realized, oh, that's impossible when you
My house is a little messy now, she says.
She says, she said, my messy house is sparking joy. And women everywhere are going, thank you. You've been making me feel bad about my messy house.
My guess is Marie Kondo's idea of a messy house is not very messy.
Yeah. It would still look, like a show place.
Yeah.
But she's at least willing to entertain the idea that maybe having kids.
Well, but it's because she's just had kids, right?
Yeah.
Going back to the baby thing, if you dress them in this easy to stain color, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, no. Give them a pattern.
Patterns, colors,
I think I'm going to go for cottage core.
Are you going to maybe you should
I need some sort of core.
start posting on Instagram, Bill, and adopt one of these aesthetics as your Instagram.
Or make up my own.
Yeah. Get an original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill core.
Pimple core.
That's been done.
Oh, here's 13 ways to wear clogs.
Clog core.
Clog core.
There you go.
Clogs almost killed me.
You could be the first clog core.
Clogs killed my
Clogs
brother.
killed you?
Remember when I stepped off the curb at the Petco in Sugar House and I sprained my ankle because I was wearing clogs?
It was the
with
clogs
heel?
to blame?
Yeah, they had a heel on them. They almost killed me.
Whoa.
It was the clog's fault.
It wasn't my fault.
Not yours. Okay, just checking. Clog core could be a thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
All right. If anybody can pull it, it's you.
You think?
Oh, yeah. I look forward to these
All right.
posts.
Clog core.
I am looking forward to these posts.
All right.
I'm looking forward to Marie Kondo commenting on your saying, oh, this clog core thing.
It sparks joy.
It does. Makes me very happy.
Hear even flow again.
I'm all for it. I get you.
I like Dissident.
9:51, and we are Getting close to the exits.
Yeah, close to the exit, but not there yet. Listen, I had an email of interest here. It's pretty cool. It's you can play that if you want, but
I'm working on it.
it doesn't matter. It's got a visual. I should have passed this along, but I'll describe it. It's just Carrie, Bill, and Gina. Good morning. My name is Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Feel free to use my name,
Hello, Dave.
saying hello, and thanks for all the times that your show has been of great comfort, especially recently in my troubled times. As I get ready for divorce, I've been going through my old stuff, and I had to share this little memento I found from my childhood. It's really amazing, especially if you've ever been to Lava Hot Springs. It's an advertisement for the Blue Moon Bar and Grill, which is I think it's the only bar in Lava. And it's a picture of Garfield standing on a half moon. I don't know, or
Garfield the cat?
Yeah, on a crescent moon. And I don't know why. And then it says, the fun spot to be, your hosts, Frank and Ann Butterfield. And that's it.
Okay.
We used to go there all the time. He says, I haven't been there in ages, but I thought it was funny. Thanks again. Oh, and there, somebody's been shooting it with a BB. So there are little BB holes all over it. So that's from David L. And Dave, we wish you the best in your divorce. We hope you make it through okay. You will. You'll make it through.
Divorce can be a good thing.
Fine. It can be, yes. So it can be a really good thing for one of the parties and not so good for the other.
Depends.
I mean, really.
Doesn't have to be a bad thing.
So there's that. And also, I heard something the other day, Katie, that made me think of you.
Yes.
Apparently, and I hate this word, people are now observing Summerween.
Summerween.
Which
Halloween?
is putting Halloween things out, decorations and things in the stores, like starting now.
I mean,
because it's Summerween.
I mean, when they start putting Christmas stuff out in October, why not?
But I think, doesn't it take away from it, though? Isn't
it does.
part of it that it's the special time of year?
I agree, yeah.
It's the weather, and it's the creepy season, and summer doesn't have a horror vibe.
I still have warty pumpkins from last year that are not molded.
Somebody informs me in the chat room, the Blue Moon Tavern in Lava Hot Springs was demolished after the roof collapsed a few years ago.
Oh, no.
The Wagon Wheel, which I only thought the Wagon Wheel was only just a cafe. The Wagon Wheel is the only bar in Lava now, so maybe they have a bar in there too.
You haven't been up to Lava for a while.
I've been 3 years.
You
4 years.
You used to like to go up to Lava.
Yeah, I'm lava'd out, I think. I've been there enough.
But you talked a lot about going, and then you'd run into people there.
Yep, I used to always run into friends of the program there.
I have another email of interest here, speaking of friends of the program.
Okay.
It's from our friend Tropos.
Oh, okay.
Tropos says, I wondered about writing or calling or anything at all, and I've settled on this. I lived my whole life in Utah until tomorrow. Grew up in Ogden, school, work in Cedar City and St. George, living and parenting in Utah County and Salt Lake City. From junior high to advanced adulthood, Radio from Hell's been the soundtrack of our mornings.
Oh.
We're now setting our path toward the left coast. Though we won't be able to listen via terrestrial radio, we will have to settle on celestial internet for our Radio from Hell fix. Over all the years, events, memories, thank you for letting me listen. Thank you for letting me be a small part of the Radio from Hell mythology. I'm a better person and a better writer for it all. Cheers, Atropos. What he means is...
He's a better person and a better writer, but not a better speller. It says Farrell. I think he meant farewell, not feral.
Well, I don't know where...
It's in the subject line.
Oh. So yeah, Tropos, if you don't know, for years would do a Radio from Hell blog, like a daily.
Yeah, I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
That took him a lot of time, and we still use it. He hasn't updated it in a long time.
And I'm angry that he stopped doing it.
But
I've never forgiven you, Atropos.
But we will still refer to it for it's helpful. It's an archive. It's got dates and And
it's very detailed.
Very detailed, and I'm super appreciative that he did that at the time and that we still have access to it. I'm sorry we're losing you, Atropos. We need more of you here, not
Yeah, more. We need more people like you who are willing to do a lot of intense work for us for nothing.
We will miss you, but yeah, you can find Radio from Hell, on streaming and podcast and all that. But.
Yeah, he'll keep listening. Well, there's no doubt about that. Let's see, anything else going on?
I think it's time to crawl towards the exits.
We can do the
promo.
promo.
Oh, then I'll have to find that again because I was looking around through other email. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Is everything going your way?
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Radio from Hell is here to serve you.
One of the services we provide is Things That Must Go.
The way it works is you email radiofromhell@x96.com and tell us whatever's bothering you.
And then we read your email on the air at about 7 a.m. Your thing may go.
Radio from Hell does not guarantee things will actually go.
Radio from Hell, guaranteed to satisfy. Wednesday morning here on X96.
Beautiful.
I don't know as we can guarantee to satisfy either.
We do our best.
Well, some of us do.
All right. I think we're good. Thank you, Producer's Booth. I appreciate both of you, Maya and Dawson. As Carrie would say, live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Stay away from the woo girl.
I wonder if Artie Fuffkin's a woo girl. Coming up right here.